Hello, hello, hello there. Welcome here to Current Situation Media. Ladies Night Hot Social Topics. Tonight we will be discussing, can a husband or a wife be raped by their partner? Also with the definition of rape, can a man be raped or sexually assaulted? Your thoughts. Share this and welcome here to Ladies Night, and let's go. It's going to be fun tonight. So let's go ahead and start sharing here. Welcome here to Ladies Night, folks. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's going to be fun tonight. Share this live here. Trust me, here you guys going to enjoy the show, and we have our team will be coming on here. So what you can do tonight, just to enjoy the show, you just go ahead and share this segment here. It's Wednesday, ladies' night. Wednesday, ladies' night. Your thoughts. Welcome to Current Situation Media, and let's have some fun. So share this and come on, and let's discuss this topic. So we will be joined here by our some of our panelists. Let's see who's coming on here. What's up, D? We also have special guest. Mosey will be on tonight as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Current Situation. Happy Wednesday. We are in the middle of the week. All right. Devin, I cannot see you. Try to come back on here. I'm not seeing you. Okay, so we are still awaiting some of our panelists. So I just want to share this here. Go ahead and share this as well. And let's join the discussion. But it's going to be fun tonight. It's going to be very interactive. Do not shy away and join the discussion. Hope you guys can hear me loud and clear. All right, let's see here. One of our panelists is trying to come on here. I cannot see you yet. Can you hear me? Devin, I still cannot see you on the dashboard. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome here to Current Situation. Today is Wednesday, ladies' night, where we discuss relationship topic to the fullest. All right. So go ahead and share this segment here, and we will be starting in the next 5 minutes. And feel free to opine. Feel free to join the discussion. It's the middle of the week, and we are gearing up for the weekend. But tonight we will be talking about rape. We're going to define the word rape, and we're going to discuss, can a husband or a wife be raped by their partner, and also looking at the definition of rape, can a man be raped or sexually assaulted? So we will dive into this and go ahead and share this. It's going to be a very, very interesting discussion. And I try to bring one of my panelists on here, but I'm not seeing her. D, can you hear me? So we'll wait for the others here as we share this live here. But please go ahead and share this. It's going to be a very interesting discussion tonight. We are awaiting our other panelists to come on here. We are also live streaming here from the Facebook page. We are also live streaming from the YouTube page as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, here, welcome to Current Situation. This is a very interactive network here, and our viewers also participate in these discussions. So if you want to come on, feel free to always come on here. We will always send you the link. So, like I said, we are still awaiting our panelists to come on. And so, what we are doing right now is we are sharing this here. So, go ahead and help us share this live here, and we will be diving into the discussion. And we'd like for you to join the discussion as well. So, like I said, we are live streaming here from our personal page. We are live streaming from our Facebook page and also from the YouTube channel. And I'm trying to bring one of my panelists here on, but I'm not. David, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but we cannot see you.
Yeah, I turned my camera off for tonight. Is that okay?
Yeah, can you put your camera on here? It's an interactive discussion. So just go ahead, release your camera, and I'm still awaiting.
Can I go on to now have my face being on? Is
All
that
right, that's
okay?
fine. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
that's fine. No, that's fine.
Okay.
Just want to make sure that the audience can hear you loud and clear.
No, I'm on. I can hear you.
Now, can you hear me loud and clear?
Very loud and clear.
All right, thank you very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are being joined by one of our panelists, Ben, and but she turned off her camera. That's fine. As long as she's audible, she can always join this discussion. So, folks, go ahead and share this here. We are live from the Facebook page and also the YouTube page. So, how you been? How you been? And
I'm
how's buddy?
I'm doing well. How have you been?
Oh, we've been doing great. It's a Wednesday. We happy. Trying to stay busy, stay alive, and we are always optimistic and
That's good to hear.
working hard. So, welcome here to the show. Here, what do you think about the topic first?
It's a very touching topic, though.
Yeah,
It is, and I hope we can get a lot of opinions, a lot of views on this topic. But it's a very touching
yeah,
not topics, but topic.
yeah. It is. Folks, we are on every Wednesday. Ladies' night, we discuss different relationship topics, and if you have any topic that you think that it should be aired or discussed publicly, feel free to send us that topic. We're going to review it and schedule a time to discuss it as needed. So tonight,
But
we will.
I have a little prop fuzziness.
Yeah, go ahead.
I did send a topic to you a long time ago, but I never that topic. I haven't seen it discussed or talked about anything.
Yes, I will go back and review it. And I know you did. Yeah, you did. I know I have to just scroll up back here, and maybe we can schedule that topic for next week. Can you remember the title?
Oh yeah, I can remember the title. I'll send it to you.
Okay, so go ahead and send me that topic here, and we can schedule that for next week. All right, folks. Here, Dorusi is the background for me. Thank you, Doro. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate that here, and yeah, the folks are already start liking my background. Yeah, this is a sophisticated background here. I'm just chilling here behind. There's my piano. So yeah, folks.
So you can play the piano.
Yeah, yeah, I can. No, my daughter can play the piano.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So, folks, it's Wednesday, ladies' night. Like I say, join the discussion, and remember now, this network is we operate on a triple constraint in the scope of informing, interacting, and entertaining our viewers here. We'll read some of our viewers' comments, and they will be able to participate as needed. Whenever they want to come on, we will also send them the link. So yeah, so let's start from the topic here. Let's dive in here because it's 9:10 p.m. So let's pretty much, folks, let's define the word rip.
Not to cut you off,
Yes, sir.
Vinton, sorry, not to cut you off, but I just maybe it's something. Um, you said ladies' night,
Yeah,
but there are two other females that's on our platforms, or three other females that are on our platform beside me.
yeah.
Have you reached out to them? Like one of them was DJ Finance. I haven't since this. I haven't seen her on there. Like, what's the deal?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Our
Sometimes because they are all,
our females then getting on the platform and like voicing their own opinion on stuff.
yes, yes. You're absolutely right. Yeah, I reach out to them, but sometimes they are on live too on their platform.
Okay.
Talk show hosts, they are busy as well. We still keep them on the flyer because sometimes they do come on as needed, and but due to the schedule too, and sometimes they come on late. Yeah, so that's why we have multiple people usually on the flyer here. So Mr. I Love You will be coming on tonight. Hopefully, Vince will come on, and we'll also have a special guest will be coming on, Mose. Yeah, so the last time DJ Finance came on, after she completed her segment. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we're gonna start here, and we will bring Devin back. So go ahead and share this here. So it's a very sensitive and very important uh, topic here that we're gonna discuss here. Are you back, Devin?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, yeah, yeah. Just want to make sure you are back here.
I
Yeah. So yeah. So did I answer your question? Do you have a follow up question on that?
I didn't hear you because my phone went off. That's why I didn't hear your answer.
Oh, okay, okay. No, I said that those ladies sometimes they are busy on a platform as well, and sometimes it's kind of you know they haven't show the same time we are on here. So usually when they are done they will come on. Yeah, so but we give everybody the benefit of the doubt. So
Okay.
today we will be having some special guests that he will come on because I
Okay.
think he's currently on another platform, because right now everybody trying to get that message out there.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so and there's a 2 hours segment, so we will be joined by folks as we proceed. So, but thank you for coming on here. That you and I we can dive into the discussion here. So, are you ready?
I am.
All
Let's
right, thank you.
go.
So, for the benefit of our audience, go ahead here. Even though they are not seeing your face, introduce yourself, your state of residence, and anything else you want the audience to know about you.
My name is Devan Giddens. Um, I reside in Maryland, and yeah, that's about me.
Yeah, and she is a panelist here on the Ladies' Night. So thank you, Devin, and extend our salutation to Mr. Hank. We haven't seen him in a while. Yeah, you got to bring it on to see to give us some breaking news if he's dropping anything special.
I will. He is dropping something very good and fabulous
Fabulous.
in my female vocabulary. Very fabulous and very entertaining. So he is dropping something very, very, very entertaining pretty soon. So you guys will hear from Hank, which
Okay.
is my husband, who is releasing his music pretty
Okay.
soon. You guys will hear his music.
All right. So thank you very much, yeah. We appreciate that here. So we look forward to that and extend our salutation to him. He's always welcome on the show. So, folks, back to our discussion topic here. So tonight, the topic here is rape. Yeah, like I said, is a very sensitive but important topic. A lot of people they are afraid to talk about this. Some people are open to this. And this platform here, we learn from each other. It's a learning process. We inform people. We invite experts on the show as well. So we are discussing about rape and can a husband or a wife be raped, by a partner? So this question is going to you, Devin. And if yes, explain. Give us some reason, and give us some details. I'll give us some thoughts.
I mean, like I said earlier, that's a very sensitive topic. Rape can be formed in different shape and form. It can be seen in different form and shape. Um, if you are a wife or husband and your partner say, "I don't want to," even though I know in the Bible it says, "Be submissive to your husband," and sex, once you're married, sex is obligated to your husband. But yes, sex is obligated in a certain way and level. So if I tell my husband, say, "Hey, I don't want to have sex," he should respect my no for my no and don't force anything. And people may not see it in a rape form because that's your husband, but also it's you taking advantage of me because at that moment of time I say I don't want to. So my no should be my no, my yes should be my yes. So if I'm telling you, say no, I don't want to have sex with you, you should respect my no and say, okay, at this moment in time, my wife does not want to have sex with me. That's okay. Because there are some times where your partner does not want to have sex. Maybe she just want, or maybe he or she just want to cuddle up with you and just have a deep conversation with you and just talk. It it shouldn't be all sexually. So if your partner said, "Hey, I don't want to have sex," you should respect that. You should respect your partner and say, "Okay," and let it be. So that's my thought on that. Because, but some people, they don't respect that. It's like, okay, I wanna have sex, so I wanna have sex. But are you forcing your partner on consensual level because they are saying no, I don't wanna have sex? And those type of things lead into problem, leads into argument, and leads into deeper problem that you don't even want to go through. So I think it can be both ways.
Okay, thank you very much. That's a good perspective on it. Yeah, so let me weigh in on this here. So, folks, anytime you as a partner, or someone, is not giving consent to sex, is considered rape. So let's
Yes.
pretty much define the word rape. So rape is force forcing yourself on someone without that consent if they do not agree. Even if that person, like you said, if you
It's
guys are
great
married,
for that. Yeah, it
if you
is great.
guys are married, or if you guys are in relationship. So sexual act without consent is considered rape. And rape don't have to be done by a stranger. It can be done by
No.
your partner, it can be done by your husband, it can be done by your wife. Because a lot of people think rape is, when a person, force that self on someone and they don't know that person, maybe they threaten that person physically or mentally or emotionally, and without his or her consent, they think that it is only done by stranger. But it is not done by stranger alone. It is also done by, it can also be done by your partner. So
Right.
anytime someone forces himself or herself on you sexually without your consent, it is considered a rape.
Right.
So yes, you can let's hang on there. Let me Mr. I love you here. Mr. I love you, are you there?
Super.
Okay, thank you for joining us here. So yes, anytime you
What? What
not
up? What up? What up? What's up with the glasses, Mister? I love you. Were you blacking something?
it's ladies' night.
No, it's. I mean, it's the traffic jam in the Midwest is becoming unbecoming. So we have to make
Okay.
sure we are always ready.
You
Yeah,
don't want to be here by the snowstorm.
yeah. The storm. One thing about me and glasses, I feel like um, when I'm interacting with you, in order for you to know what angle I'm speaking from, if you're looking at me directly in the eyes, and if you really know me, you know what angle I'm speaking from. So sometimes I like to protect that.
Victor, I think we need to have a little what you gonna call it? Glasses night. Everybody wear that glasses and thing on this show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, so
yeah.
at least Mr. Love has introduced wearing glasses tonight. So next time we'll get prepared. Yeah, yeah. So are you wearing your own glasses? But if you do, how are we going to see you?
You can see it.
Yeah, you are. Your own
Just,
are.
just visualize I am wearing my glasses.
It's
Oh,
the it's the snowstorm in Tijuana. We can't blame her. The Midwest,
yeah,
the cold has escalated.
but at this time we can visualize or envision that you are.
Oh, there's no way we can visualize anything because when we start visualizing, it might go beyond.
So let's proceed here, gentlemen. So, Mr. I love you. Welcome here. We are discussing rape. It's a very sensitive and important topic here. I'm hearing a lot of noise in the background. There, David, is that you?
No.
Oh, okay, yeah. So if you pretty much notice it, please, no, that's fine. Just put your phone on mute when you get talking. Let's see it. Can you hear that noise again? Mister, I love you.
No, we're good.
All right, so I think
But
that.
they've been shooting mute her mic and think she won't be contributing. I need to hear from her.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
the host muted me, so I can't talk.
No, no, I just unmuted you.
I don't have any background noise, so
Okay, thank you. So yeah, Mister, I love you. I was pretty much talking when you came in here. So we are asking here, and from there the audience will come in here. So, like I said, anytime someone forces himself or herself on, somebody, with other consent, is considered, a sexual assault, or a rape. So that can also be referred to as marital rape. Especially when you're in a relationship or spousal rape. But if if you are married, and that is a crime, and it's also illegal in all 50 states. Yeah,
Right.
because I see some people will be like, okay, I'm married, and and I'm sexually active. My partner is not sexually active, but still, that person is supposed to be able to agree at that time, or even if that person does not agree, I should be able to maybe get my way through because we are married. Is that right, Mr. I love you? Just because you guys are married, and just say the lady came from work, she's tired, and she's sleeping, and you still take advantage, and do your thing. So is that considered rape when she wakes up in the morning?
Yeah, yeah. Two things. Rape has to do without consent. So if your partner make it clear to you before going to bed that I'm tired, I'm not in the mood for sex, please don't bother me, and to go to sleep, and then you go after them while they're asleep. That's considered rape. Yes. Again, that level of involvement sometimes when you marry, it get a little technical because if you have an entire transaction where she didn't move, shake, or anything, it's rape. Now you got other women who will pretend like they're tired or something. They might not say to you that don't bother me.
Right.
So if you the man go after them and in the middle of it, you see her all there rubbing her hand on your head and stuff. She know what's going on. So technically, that's the consent right there. And, she's there doing it. Ah, you know what I'm saying? So then, yeah, that's
Yeah, yeah,
she
but
consenting right there.
okay. So I'm a little bit confused here because you say that I'm asking you the question if that person is asleep, right? And but prior to her going to sleep, you made an attempt, and this question too is going to you, or D. You can come in here. You made an attempt, and she said, "No, baby, I'm tired." And maybe you went downstairs, went back upstairs. She's went to sleep. She said, "I'm tired. Don't touch me. Don't bother me. I have to wake up early in the morning." You know, but also, you still force yourself on her. But then, while in the process of that, she yield to it. She yield to it.
You're receiving body language response.
Yes, she received body, language. She start to react to it, but not physical way, but both start to go on.
Yeah, for example, if you're trying to lift up one of her folds, you see her opening your fold, making it easier. You
Oh
understand
yeah,
me?
like I
So
said,
yes,
wait,
that's it.
That's considered rape because at the end of the day, she is consenting to that. The Even though she has said, "Oh yeah, I don't want to," but the fact that you did your thing, you came back downstairs or whatever, and you are physically touching her, and she's open to those things, that is not considered rape because what she is open to that, she's allowing it to happen. So which is different. Where if a person you go upstairs, you come back downstairs, and you're doing whatsoever you need to do, and she said, "Babe, stop! I don't want to." And you force your way, yes, that is
That's
considered rape. But if she's allowing it and she's enjoying it,
yeah,
then no, that is not considered rape at all because she consensual to it. She's
yeah,
allowing it, so
yeah.
she's agreeing to it.
Yeah, I agree with that because even though she, initially, verbalized the no, but when you start at eight, then she pretty much was pretty much into it and allow you to go on for maybe 35 or 1 hour, and then from there she went back to sleep. But suppose she wakes up in the morning and say, "Well, baby, I thought I told you not to touch me, and you still force your way," and she tried to, bring it into your face, Mr. I love you. Would that be a problem?
would that be a problem? I mean, like, just like what she said, based on your reaction. I mean, you're not gonna be involved with something and wake up in the morning and ask me about it. I mean, but if you are not involved with it and something happened, you do have all right. And if possible, I'm advising my sister out there to take legal action. But I'd like to share a sad story with you concerning rape. What her name, D needed her mic, but I like to share a sad story. I personally feel like my whole life I've been molested.
Really?
Yeah, I've been molested my whole life.
Molested by who? Can you give an
I've
example?
been molested. I don't know if I'll call if I
I,
want D here, man. I want D to come. Where is D? Ah,
I'm listening.
I've been molested. I don't know if I'll call it rape as well, but I've been molested, and if possible, I can say I've been raped. But to the sister that was involved, the sisters that were involved, not just one, plenty of them that were involved, they all consider it to be being romantic. Where I lay down, I go to sleep, right?
Right.
Whilst I'm sleeping, you grab my microphone and do sound check. Once I'm sleeping, you give me DJ. My
Not to
article,
laugh on your story, I'm sorry, but
bro.
it,
Go ahead. Go
sorry,
ahead.
Jerry,
not to laugh on your
Yeah.
story, but yeah.
Jerry, you sleeping, right? Jerry, you sleeping. They grab your article, they do sound check. Your correct come. Then they sit down on it and proceed. Brother, do you by any means consent? Is that not a rape? But to them, it's considered they being romantic.
But did you resist?
What you call did you resist?
I, I,
Did
I,
you
have,
resist?
I have something to say about that.
Yeah, but let me come in. Did you? As long as you did not resist.
No, don't say I did not resist.
Well,
But,
what
but
age? What age
No,
were you?
don't, no, 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 no.
What? No, what age were you?
Let back up here. Let back up here, right?
How old were you?
No. Eh?
How old were you at that time?
Oh, our 18 plus, but still it's rape. 18 plus can still be rape.
how is it considered a rape and you did not?
But listen now, looking at the definition of rape, it is anything that is done
Right.
to you sexually without your
Non-consensual.
consent.
Right.
Right.
I'm sleeping next to you in bed. You don't ask me. I'm sleeping. I tell you, say yes, proceed, no. Eh? Then you grab my microphone and then you start to do sound check. My whole human brain is shut down. I don't know how come my microphone decide to continue operating a own OPS, it operate, current come. They will not proceed. At this point, You have not gotten a verbal consent from me. It almost like to say you lay next to a woman, she said nothing to you, you start playing with her. Why would you start playing with her? And you understand what I'm saying? You gotta ask.
I I get what you're saying, but before I get to what you're saying, what you have said before, a woman, you touching her, yeah, she go with that and whatsoever, and later on she said that, oh, I didn't want to, and this and that. Also, that based on if you and the person are drinking alcohol, your previous statement that you made.
Uh-huh.
So if the person was drinking alcohol, yes, in that state of mind, they did not consent into that.
Mm-hmm.
Saying, oh, hey, even though, yeah, you and I was having a good time, and yes, that's the thing. Alcohol takes over our brain. When we're in that mood, we tend to think differently, we tend to talk differently. But once we get into our sensible mood, we'll be like, hold up, did I really do this or did I really do that? They don't remember it. So if you're drinking with a person and they don't know because that state of mind is not fully there, they're allowing things to happen even though they're not able to say because what they were drinking. That I could say that is considered rape because that's you taking advantage of that person
Okay.
Right.
because alcohol is involved.
All right. Let me come in here. There is two part here to this, and thank you, D, for speaking in details about the other part. So, Mister, I love you. Even if you there's no verbal communication, but if you are pretty much at the rest mental state where there's no alcohol involved and there's no verbal communication, but she went downstairs to play with your microphone, and you participated in that while she was playing with that, and you
I
did
did
not
not. I did not.
let me finish.
Oh,
And you
after you're asking me a question.
yeah, no. If she went down to play with your microphone and you did not resist while she was playing with it, you did not stop her there. I would not consider that as a rape
No,
because number
I
one,
won't. I
let
myself, as a
I
female,
will,
I would not consider that as a rape
let me
because
finish.
she. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, because you did not stop her there. If you're gonna stop her and she continue, and continue and take advantage, where you got a physical and verbal things going on at the same time, yes, it will be a rape. But you did not stop her. You enjoy it. Maybe you did not participate, but you just realized what, and she played with your microphone, and from there you went back to
But
sleep.
Vinda,
I would
we're
not
talking
consider
about
that
two
as a rape.
different things, though. We're talking about two
But
different situations. You are talking about a situation he just talked about. I'm
yeah,
talking about a situation he talked about before.
go ahead.
The situation he talked about before is saying that, oh, the girl calmed down and she started messing around with him, and later on she said, oh, I didn't want this and whatsoever. That's the situation I'm talking about. He the situation, if I'm not wrong, you are talking about a situation about him being raped or molested by another
Don't be
person.
scared to say the And I don't want a victim. Don't be scared to
Okay,
say it.
okay. The situation that I feel like you're talking about is the situation where he got molested on. But I'm talking about the situation where he and the person, they have a good time whatsoever. Later on, then she said, "Oh, I didn't want to do those things," but yeah, while she was encouraging those things, playing with her microphone and having a good time, but later on, when she got to her sense, well, woke up in the morning and felt that, hey, I didn't want to do those things, but yeah, she was encouraging those things. That was a sign of him saying, hey, you are leading me onto this thing, so I'm gonna do this. So that's not a rape because what she's doing things that you're gonna allow a man to do to you. So in
Okay.
that case, I don't believe that's a rape because what you're doing certain things. That's why I come in the place of saying that if alcohol is involved, then he's wrong. Whoever that person is, they're wrong for doing that. If there's alcohol involved, because what? When you are intoxicated or when you're drinking, your mental stability is not there. You're not stable in that setting. You're thinking different thing. Your mixed emotion, all those things than when you're drinking alcohol. So we're talking on two different scenarios.
All right, but thank you for addressing those two scenarios here. And I just want to also let Hank. I sent you the link here. Check to your Facebook Messenger. I think Hank wants to come on to contribute. So
Yeah.
I,
So,
I did.
looking at the situations, right? This is how I see it. Let's assume we're dealing with two strangers totally together, right? Where the guy and the girl, they're not married or anything, right? And the two of them find themselves in bed. Let's remember though, if a guy find himself in bed with a woman and he just decide to even take a little two finger and put it around her, or how they call it, article incorporation, that alone can be considered sexual harassment, sexual assault. A whole lot of things can derive out of that, right? But we cannot see the fact that this godling, you and this godling now have a conversation and you reach out for a microphone with PhD and you decide to connect your mouth to ram. That alone, you should know that right there you've crossed the boundaries.
And that's all I was saying.
As
He's
much as
allowing it to happen.
Because as much as some men enjoy it or see it to be whatever, but still, and again, like you're talking about the alcohol situation, in some cases, even in some marriage home, right? The woman will engage in this type of activity. Jerry, the woman will start to do sound check on the man, and the man is sound asleep. He still snoring. She doing her sound check. The time that man will probably stop snoring, or he will come to himself small when she's already sit down in the driver's seat. She start riding, going.
Hello?
Then maybe some men want to sleep in the ready, you know, because the only thing they're doing, they jump starting the car, so they just do small sound check, 1 2 1 2. They just want to put the mic on. Soon the mic on, they sit down in the driver's seat. When they start riding, before you come to yourself, you
Okay.
see. So it's something that a lot of women claim they are being romantic. It's surprising that man, there's nothing wrong with it. But realistically speaking, I feel I've been raped a lot.
Hello?
All right. Hello there, Hank. We'd
All right.
like to talk
Let me
to
say
Hank.
something real quick.
Yeah. Go
When
ahead.
it comes to rape, there's no alcohol or no alcohol or
It's all
alcohol.
about consent.
No. It's let me just say this because
Let him
we
answer.
experience. Okay, we experience this in the military a lot.
Yeah.
One, there's a situation in the military called SHAP, with sexual harassment, right? We experienced that in my unit when I was stationed in Fort Lee, Virginia. We went out. We all went out as a team, and there was this one female. She was dancing with this guy, kissing this guy, and everything was going on. Everybody thought, they were going to have something to do. Once someone said no, and you proceed, it's a rape. There was alcohol or not alcohol. Once the person said no, and you proceed, it's a rape. It had nothing to do with it. It had nothing to do with alcohol or not. Once that's a no, and you proceed, it's a rape. I'm telling you. I
With the
have
exception of no, even if you didn't ask,
not even
it's also considered.
Yes, even if you didn't ask, it's also considered as rape. So I don't want us to say, oh, there's alcohol involved or no alcohol involved. As we
No,
speak,
that
I
was a
have
different scenario we were talking about. Yeah, we all agree on it have to be consensual. When the
I,
person said no and you force, yes, it is a rape.
I have
But we do.
soldiers right now, right? I don't want to go deep into this because it's still going on. Some issues are still going on, investigation. I have soldiers that may lose their career. I have soldiers that lost their career because of this issue. That would, oh, when you're in a person drinking, no. Even if in a person you dance, the person dancing and touching you, and so once you all go to the point you're about to have sex and the person say no, stop it. Stop.
And even a yes or no influence is questionable.
Yes, stop it. Don't even proceed. Stop. That's something you can go to prison for. That person can wake up early in the morning and say, oh, I don't know what happened in this person. And once the law get involved and they check that person and they see anything that you sleep with that person, and the person say, no, I didn't agree, I was telling them no, and this and they continue. I don't care what the person having good time, not having good time, or whatsoever. You going down. It's rape. It's the law. It's rape.
Okay. Where is thank you for your thought there. But let's go ahead and read some of our viewers' comments here. So this one is from Vivian. Vivian said, to my belief, a man can only be sexually harassed but not raped. What say you, Mister? I love you. Can you respond to that statement?
No, I totally disagree with that, Vivian.
Why you disagree? You said
Because
you
uh,
sexually harassed but not rape. What is the difference between sexual harassment and rape?
I stand to be corrected, but I think rape has to deal with the penetration. You understand?
Yep.
So sexual harassment could be from woman trying to, she all kissing on you, and she trying to play with your daddy boy and all those things. But as long as there's no penetration, it's known as sexual harassment. You understand? But I do believe that men can be raped, because rape, the definition for rape is based on the fact of what? Consent. So as long a man did not, two things. If a man did not say yes, and you didn't even ask him, and you decide to take the privilege in your own hands, it is considered rape. Now, the bottom line here is a lot of men who happen to be a big fan of sex, and they are so much into sex, love and enjoy when those things happen, and a lot of them don't make issues out of it. But equally so, it don't mean that it's not a rape. Men can be raped, and a lot of men have been raped before. And I mean, it has happened. Women have a way of sexually tempting men to the highest level, and at the end of the day, they take advantage of the man. Technically speaking, that's also rape. Taking advantage of a man, using your power of influence, using your social status, using your financial stability, using all of that advantage to you to engage a man in sexual act against his own will. Realistically speaking, he won't do it. But because you don't want the church, you don't want collecting the offering in the church, and he know
Yep.
he been stealing offering and thing there. If you don't do it, you will spit on him, and the pastor will fire him or something. So, you know.
Let
Oh,
Okay.
I
me
I
So
add
let's
to that.
I agree
Okay,
to
sorry.
disagree with that question.
all right. So
Let
yeah,
me.
let's bring in no let's go one at a time here. Thank you, Mr. I love you. Let's bring in Devin. So Devin, we are responding to Vivian's statement.
Right.
She said, to my belief, a man can only be sexually harassed, but not raped. And what you said
So
to that.
I said that I disagree to agree to that statement is in a way that form that
What is your disagreement first?
my disagreement in a way that if a man said no, he says no. You should not be doing because like Miss I love you said, we women we can do everything in our power to get a man to wanting something, even though he says no. Just how much you want a man to respect your no, that just how much you should respect his no. When he said I don't want to, you should respect that. Be it your boyfriend, be it your husband, be it whosoever your side man, whatsoever it may be. If he says no, his no should be no. That's why I said I disagree to agree because we women we know how to turn a man into that way, even though he says no, but we know how to deform him and get him into saying, okay, let me just do it because she wants to do it. But
God
deep
bless you.
deep
God bless you.
Are you
deep
trying to say
in
that you?
that man's heart, he
Yeah.
does not want to. But it's not a sexual harassment. If that's where she's coming from, it's not a sexual harassment because what? From the beginning of the intercourse, whatever he said, I don't want to. So that you are ripping him out of his no. You are saying your no does not matter. I want sex, you're gonna give me sex.
So you
That's
can
a
also
statement right there.
can you also sexually
So that is sexually raping him, even though we female think that we're not raping a man, but yeah, you are raping him because what he said, I don't want to do it.
Um.
And
so
in the eyes of everybody, they feel like a woman cannot rape a man. But yes, she is raping him at that moment of time. He said bullet to you, hey baby, I don't want to have sex. Likewise, if you had told him, say, babe, I don't want to have sex, you expect him to respect your no and don't go further on. Likewise, you should respect his no, say, hey, I he said I don't want to have sex, you should respect his no and don't go further on. Y'all can sit down, y'all can cuddle up and have conversation and talk. There's other things. Like he said I don't want to have sex at that moment, respect his no and say, hey, likewise you want him to treat you that same way, treat him that same way. If it's
And
no, it's
D,
no. Say respect that, say it's no, it's no.
Okay.
So
D, just
Yeah.
to
So
quickly, D, just to add to what you said, right?
mhm.
Today, Liberian community, the reason we have a lot of kids, children were all father, is because of this sin rape issue.
Yeah.
The brother then would be
so
wearing condom, brother. When you get it, brother, hijack the condom and jacket. The guy can be laying across the room and just grab the condom and then just hold it here. Before
And
the
that's
boss say,
wrong.
hey man, bloop,
so
over.
And that is wrong.
so
If a man said no, I don't want to have sex, respect him.
You
Like
see?
so
as you want him to respect you, you gotta
Yeah.
respect him too.
okay, so let's
so
let's hear from Hang. Hang,
so
go ahead and respond to that statement.
yeah, so to Vivian, right? So rape is forcefully having a sexual intercourse with someone, right? Let me answer her question. So sexual harassment can be like looking at a female, looking at her, be like, damn, look at that ass. It's sexual harassment. Like, damn, oh, that's what she said. It's sexual harassment. Someone can be like, oh, he look at me and say, oh, look at that ass. You sexually harassing that person. So to answer our question, yes, men can be raped. If I say no, and my mama like, oh, you know what, I want to do it. You can't tell me no. And she go ahead and do it like with me not wanting to do it, it's rape. If me looking at someone or looking at her and be like, damn, look at that ass. If she don't, her, her accepting it, don't go with her. She gets like, yeah, you sexually harassment. So the
Yeah,
answer to your question is yes, men
but
can be raped, and that's the difference between sexual harassment and rape.
thank you for giving the difference, but this is my follow-up question. How can a man be raped and usually during sex, men is always in control. Most of the time they're in control. So even if they resist and say no, but
Oh,
then at the end, if the woman forces herself on them and that penis become erect, and they're still taking part in the act, then how is them being raped?
It's still rape.
But listen now, listen.
It's still rape. Wait,
Let's go one at a
because
time.
I
Yeah,
love you. It's still rape.
yeah, but
Once,
go ahead. Hank.
once,
our
yeah,
body,
once the man is not,
our men body as
Let's go one at a
yeah,
time, guys. Please, yeah, one.
once the man is not like, in the mood and tell you no, and you keep on going and you have your way, so you can say rape.
Yeah.
It rape. That's one of the problem. Like I said, in the military, we have places like Fort Hood. That's why you see all this rape. Like when I went to Fort Hood, the first thing they told me, I was shocked. When I went to Fort Hood, you know what they told me?
Sure.
There's 75% chance as a man you can get raped. You
Okay.
saying no as a man, you saying no, and the woman forcefully doing it is rape. You can say, yeah, she raped me. So once, like I said from the beginning, once you say no and the person continue to do it, you can report that as a rape.
Okay. Thank you. So, D, do you want to go? You want Miss I love you to come in? The same question, the follow up.
let me go.
All right. So before you come in, let me do another follow up question here.
No, but let's take care of the first one first now. Come
No,
on.
it's the same thing. It's the same thing. I'm just
No, let
staying on that. All right. Go ahead, D.
So that's anatomy right there. Our body, no matter what, be it female, be it male, our body reacts to certain affection, certain moves. So if a man said no and you are checking his microphone, obviously he's gonna arrive and that's gonna create a problem. Likewise, as a woman, if you checking her microphone, checking her drum set, her salsa, whatsoever, she's gonna get to that stage that why she feel a certain way. So in that stage, you can't help it. That's anatomy right there. But the physical or the not the physical, the verbal saying that I don't want to, you should respect that. Because you know if you do certain things to that man is gonna arise, he's gonna feel a certain way, and yes, it's gonna happen. But he's doing it to satisfy you at that moment. But the thing I see that we human beings, females, majority of the time, females, we take over the men taking force on us. But also, we the women too. When we get to that moment, we get to that stage, and a man tell us say no, we don't want to do it, and we still force it on, that is considered rape. But we don't. Society don't see that. They only see all the men forcing it on the woman and saying, "Oh yeah, she doesn't want to have sex," and he forced himself on that. If a man says no, I don't want to do it, and you continue doing it, it's still considered rape because what? At the end of the day, yeah, he's gonna arrive. He's gonna have sex, but he's at the beginning of whatever happened between y'all two. He said, "No, I do not want to have sex." He consensually said that to you, so you should respect that. So if you end up doing such a thing, you, regardless what you are raping him, even though he has said to you, "I don't want to do it," he made it clear to you, "I don't want to have sex with you."
Thank you for your talk.
So
So
it is.
yeah, let's welcome Fufu King here, and he will be able to weigh in. Mr. I love you. The follow up question here. So we are still on the question that the statement that Vivian made. And so, yeah, so can you go ahead and answer my follow up question here? Because how can a man be raped, and if that penis is erected, and rape is considered sexual intercourse, penetration, and
So,
so how can they rape that man, and they pretty much in control? But guess what now? The man has already been erected, and he's participating in the act. So how can that be considered? He be considered being raped?
so once again, taking you back to the definition is very simple. The definition of rape is that sexual intercourse that's occurring without consent or against the will of the person. You understand? Take, for example, you're in a married relationship, your wife told you, you got one last chance. If I catch you cheating again, that's it. Your wife best friend uh, went out there and received one of your sex tip, your most recent sex tip. The best friend been wanting to kill your dog. She finally meet you in a closed room, and she tell you that there's the sex tip right here. The moment your woman see this, she's going to file for divorce. You understand? You're in a situation where you don't want to go through divorce, this and that. At that point, technically speaking, you the man have made up your mind. You don't want to have anything to do with this your wife's best friend. So based on that condition that have been set, she's now forcing you to have sex with her against your will. You like it or not, in order for the sexual transaction to happen, your microphone gotta be in attention mode, and so it's definitely gonna be activated. So the fact that it's activated, you're proceeding and whatnot, it still don't mean that you're doing it with your will, you're doing it with happiness and all of that. You are doing it with conditions that have been set. A lot of time when some of our sisters then back home and other places get raped, they don't get raped in physical force. It's always conditioned. You understand? I can help you get visa to go to America. Yeah, I don't get it. Other person visa to go to America. There are two passports in my hand. You do this and do that. I'll get your own visa right now. So at that point, you set a condition. Originally, she wasn't willing to have sex with you at that time. So right there, you're making her or him, you're causing that guy to have sex with you, the lady, without his consent, like without his wish, against his wish. So he can definitely come out and then, let people know this and that, this and that.
Okay, thank you, Mr. I love you. Let's bring
I
in
think
Fufu King. Let's bring in the Fufu King. So Fufu King, we are responding to Vivian's statement here. She said to my belief, a man can only be sexually harassed, but not raped. So go ahead and weigh in and give us the difference between those two phrases there.
And please let us know why you came
First
late.
of all, I'm sorry for being late. I was
It's
taking a
okay.
little nap to catch you guys because I don't want to, but it's you cannot help it. Yeah. But anyways, I'm here. Uh, I want to agree with Vivian. Uh, on a point where, for me, I believe that anything that has willingness included, rape is not applicated right there. Sexual harassment will take place. For example, you see, we the men, the fact that even when somebody push me against my will, if I decide, the fact that I decide not to do something, I would never have an erection until I'm willingly decided. That's the first thing. If somebody force me against my will, for example, like what Mr. Alofi just said, the, if I show this to your wife, you'll divorce. And if you don't want to do it, you gotta have sex with me. If I'm not willing at that moment, I will never have an erection. That erection has to come with my willingness to agree. That way I come with there is no rape as long as there is a willingness to erection. And secondly, the difference when it comes to female and us, you can show that same video to a female and tell her that if you don't show this to your husband, if I show it to your husband, and you'll have a divorce. If you don't have sex with me and this and that, that female can never have that feelings to have sex with you or that willingness, because she can just be lay down and you can do what you can do unwilling to her. So that's different. For us, there must be a willingness before we have an erection. There must. There is no willingness without an erection when it comes to men. And I believe that once there is willingness that takes place and erection occurred, sexual harassment happens, not rape. That's what I believe.
Fufuki. So you saying right now, if we were to assign 2 or 3 Black American girls with you, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Eh?
sir.
And let's say they tie your 2 hands, and okay, then just grab your microphone and start doing sound check. Eh? And then you just make up your mind say you don't want to do anything. And they keep doing sound.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah. You don't have to go further. I answer. I already know what you want to say. I'll answer a question, Mr. I love you.
So you telling me that your microphone will not be in attention?
As long as I'm tied up, Mr. I
No.
love you. Erection is a mindset.
So
When it
no,
comes
but you
to
know.
But
men,
I
there will
disagree
never
on
be
that
an
as a
No, I
female.
erection
disagree with you, bro.
I
I
until I
disagree
have
with
disagree
a
on
you.
that
So
as
sex
let
a
the
with
man,
her
female.
and
guys,
willingness
I
to
let the man
erupt.
disagree with
finish.
you, bro.
Guys,
Fubuki,
100%
Fubuki,
disagree with
guys,
you.
As a
Fubuki.
female on here, I
It's snowing.
disagree
You
with you
put
on
no
that.
fufu today. Don't bring no soup here.
Yeah, I disagree with you,
I
bro. I
disagree.
well,
disagree with
let's
Can
you.
I say
disagree
so?
with
Can
him.
I
You're
say
going to
something?
do one at a time. So, Vince, thank you for your thought on that, but they all disagree with you. So let's
Can
start.
I?
Hang. Why you
Hey,
Yeah. So that's one thing we downplay, especially in our community when it comes to sexual harassment and rape, right? So first of all, I would like to tell people know your environment. Number one, know your environment. If you hanging out with people or group of people, like I always take this back to the military when I say like we do this thing called a battle body system. So let's say we're going to hang out and one of the guys is bringing a girl he just met in the military too or whatsoever. She's going to bring one of her friends or two of her friends. It's called a battle body system. You saying that, oh, you can control. Once they come to that point, bro, you are man. When someone start to touch you, you will get turned on. Forget about,
now I want to tell you.
bro.
Let me tell you. I'm
Yeah.
cutting you off, but let me just inject a little bit.
Okay, I will
The
listen to you.
circumstances you find yourself under will cause you to erect. If somebody tie you up,
Wait a minute. All right, second sensei, you find yourself on will cause you to
I
erect.
give you one
Are
of
they
Mr.
putting
Lovey
gun to
just
your
said.
head and oh I will shoot you in the head? No, let's look at this rape and sexual harassment from different perspective and so right, and let's open our mind to it. And that's why in our community we are lacking a lot, right? Like you go out and you meet this female, she's not coming to show you, oh, you know what, I take picture of you, I'll go show to your woman. No, she's coming and making advances to you. You saying no and no, and she keep. We are all human. I want to let you know we are all human. That's why I just said know your environment. There should be boundaries. I got the most beautiful woman. My wife is the most beautiful woman in the world. I will tell you that today.
Oh, baby.
But then I will have boundaries if other females trying to rub on me and do, because I'm a man. We are men. Not because you take a picture of you, should, or I'll go show to your wife. There could be other stuff that may happen. She dancing with you, she kissing on your neck and doing stuff. You're going to harass, bro. Like seriously, you're going to.
Okay.
So know your environment. That's all I'm saying. Know your environment. Set boundaries to avoid this situation for you getting in this situation. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Can I make a
Before
statement?
the
Can I
next
make an
person say something, let me
example?
just
Yeah.
for him real quick.
Let
before the-
let Ben respond to that, and you can.
Yeah,
Yeah,
before the next person, just a short response. What I just said legally is considered rape. I'm not looking at it from the legal perspective. Everything I just said here, I'm looking at it from the moral perspective, not from the legal perspective. Because as long as if I don't, as a man, I don't.
If
wanna
it's
have
moral,
sex.
then it's legal. Then that's legal. If it's moral, then we're talking about legal.
No, it's not. It's not, because my wife can be right here and go to work and be tired and say she don't want to have sex. My wife, which of course biblically, her body belongs to me.
It's still legal.
Excuse me.
Let it
Biblically,
finish.
like I said, biblically, my wife decided not to have sex because she's tired. And I said, baby, I really need it, this and that. And she decided to weigh in and give it to me. Legally, I rape because it was against her will. Biblically, it's not, because that's my wife.
No.
You get what I'm
No,
saying?
no,
No,
bro, you're wrong.
Yes.
it's not.
You're wrong.
No, it's not.
You're
Wait
wrong.
me
It's not
alone.
biblical.
You're wrong. Don't do
Guys,
that, bro. You're
My
wrong.
Bible tells me, woman, never ever in your life refuse your husband.
Give me the
So,
verse.
Yes.
What
Where?
verse is that?
Where
though?
is it written that woman should
What
never?
verse is that?
Uh-huh.
Where
You
is it
should
First
written?
never-
Corinthians
I'll
4:7.
find
First
it.
Corinthians
No, go
4:7.
find it and show me. Then I will show you.
First Corinthians 4:7.
I'm
First
going
Corinthians
So in the
4:7.
Bible says that a
You
wife
see what
is
y'all
not
be
okay
doing?
to be
Y'all be
tired.
using the Bible to commit
First Corinthians
illegal acts,
4:7.
and that's what I don't
So you
stand for.
may
That's what
may
I don't
use
stand
your
for.
wife.
First Corinthians 4:7.
let's
Wait.
speak one
So
at a
in
time.
First
I will
Corinthians
find
4
it like
says
Read-
that your
I'm
wife
Read
is
it
not
to me.
okay for
Before
Read
the
First
show
Corinthians 4:7 to
finish,
me,
tonight.
Mr.
Open your
before the
Bible.
show finish,
Mr.
Open
we
your
on
Alaba.
the
Bible.
same topic. We are not changing
Read
different
First
topic.
Corinthians 4:7 to me.
Open your Bible. First
Let me
Corinthians
tell me First
4:7.
Corinthians 4:7 to me. You read it to me, so
You say that
I can interpret it to
your
you.
wife cannot say, "Oh, baby, I'm tired. I'm
First,
tired."
read
Where
it
in the
now.
Bible
Read
that
it
say your
to me.
wife cannot say
I
she's
didn't
not
say your
tired?
wife cannot
That,
say she's tired.
that's what
I
you're trying to say
said,
to
and
me,
I
though.
repeat,
That's what
if
you're
my
trying to say to
wife
me.
tells me she's tired, and I said, "Oh, baby, I really need it, baby,"
Jerry,
blah 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 blah.
please
From
read
one to
First
the
Corinthians
another, and
4:7
my
to
wife
us.
decided to
I
give
got
it
it
to
for
me.
I got it for
I'm
you
gonna
right now.
read.
Biblically,
I don't want to read it
is that a
because
rape?
Let me
I want
read
you
it.
guys
I
to
got
That's
it right
what
now.
I'm saying.
one at a time. Guys,
Stop.
let me come in
That's
now.
why our community is all messed up right now.
Okay, let me read First Corinthians 4
No,
7.
you don't have to read that of the. Let me come in first. Let's come in one at a time, guys.
Because the verse that he got is a two different verses that in the Bible.
All right, D, go ahead. After you, then I'll come in. Go
The
ahead, guys.
verse that he has here is it for who makes you different from anyone else? What do you have that you did not receive? And if you did not receive it, why do you both have though you did not? That has nothing to do with sex.
Nothing at all. That's why I
It
say
has nothing to
here
do
to me,
with
bro.
sex.
Like, come
Hang
on. Like,
on now.
seriously.
Let's come in one at a time. Go ahead, D. Are you done?
No, all I want to say, I wanted to give an example, right?
Yeah.
where the gentleman I was talking about. For instance, right?
Yeah.
My husband went to Iowa. I wasn't there. He went for his show. Has a man, like you said, a man can control himself. Yes, a man can control himself. Likewise, a woman can control herself. If a man tries to do whatsoever, she can control herself and say, no, I do not want to do such thing, and I'm not going to do such thing. So the example I was going to use, like, he was performing. He had females that were dancing on him. In that case of what? If he couldn't control himself, he would have said, you know what, I'm going to talk to one of these females and get with them. But yeah, he controlled himself. Yes, a man can control himself. But that female at that time or place, she couldn't control herself because I seen what she was doing. And likewise,
Go ahead. All right, these guys are for some reason they are being kicked out of the show here. I don't know why. Hang, are you there?
I'm here, brother.
All right, so let's wait until these guys come back here. Devin was speaking, but she went off here.
Sexual harassment is a big issue, man.
Devin, are you still with us?
Like just walking and looking at a female in the wrong way, you can say it's sexually harassed, or you can get in problems for it.
Thank you, thank you.
You know, and that's what our community will have to like learn and open our mind. Like, okay, there's a big issue.
So we are still awaiting those guys to come back here. So Hank, how you been? It's been a while. How everything been with you?
Man, I'm here, bro. I'm about to fire for you guys, man. You haven't heard anything yet.
What you got cooking in there?
I got I got
Yeah.
I got like 2 or 3 songs that we should be dropping soon. One is called Everything, one is called Tonight. Um, crazy songs and crazy collab.
Okay. So
Yeah,
let's
so
break. Yeah,
yeah,
go
so
ahead.
I would
Go
let you
ahead.
know, yeah, when we're ready.
Okay, thank you. Mr. I love you. What happened?
You go high yourself.
No, I'm gonna have myself.
All
No,
right.
You go
David,
high.
what happened?
no.
sorry, I was receiving a call.
Oh,
Yeah, I made a mistake, right? Pardon me, I made a mistake. It wasn't First Corinthians 4:7. It was First Corinthians 7:4.
but let me say something about that to you and Vince on our Bible's voice. When in a court of law, when you rape somebody, they do not use the Bible as a evidence or as a factual stuff. Who wrote the Bible? Men wrote the Bible. Not everybody believe in the Bible. So are you telling me if you have a case against a person or people that don't believe in the Bible, like atheists, and you say, oh, because the Bible said that a woman should not refuse her husband, they're going to throw it out. The Bible was written by men, and not everybody even believe in us in the Bible. So you cannot use the Bible in a when it comes to the legal aspect, like Hank was saying. All right. So even though the Bible says that, but it's for Christian people that believe.
No, but
In the
Let me
same way,
now,
the husband does not have
guys.
authority.
Yeah. So
But
even though,
wait now,
yeah,
wait. She
guys.
catch, she catch, she catch the
But
quotation. Let her read it out loud.
no, but I'm already speaking, guys. Let's do the one at a time. Yeah. When somebody's speaking, give them chance to speak. Then yeah, but because
Mr.
then
Lavi,
we're
did
not.
you read that Bible out loud?
Yeah. So let me say this: you cannot use the Bible quotation or scripture as a means to say that, oh, I have to have sex with my woman. She's not supposed to refuse. Not everybody believe in the Bible. The Bible cannot be as put in as evidence in a court of law. No, the Bible was written by men. Do you believe everything is said in the Bible? We were not around. Does atheists believe in the Bible? No. So let's throw that one out. Let's throw that one out. Only Christian will believe that. Okay, only Christian believe that. But let me weigh in on this rape and sexual harassment by men. I understand when Vince said that the mind works with the man erection. Yes, most of the time. But when a man is put on a new gunpoint, when a woman, because a rape is based on dominance. Who got the power over who? Okay. Because if a woman have a gun and or threaten a man, say, "I got to have sex with you, or else I am going to maybe report it to your wife. That's dominance right there. She have dominance over him. He is being raped. Yeah, so men can be raped, not only sexually aroused. Men can be sexually aroused and also raped. Just like as females, females can be sexually aroused and raped as well. Because rape involves dominance. If you put a gun to a man's head and say we have to have sex, or else I'm going to blow your head, or somebody going to blow your head, he will still be erected because why he wants to save his life, even though it's demand control, but because he wants to for his life to be saved, so he will be erected. So that being raped right there, even though he's actually participating in the act, doing that, but he's doing that because he's being threatened. So men can be raped, yes. Men can be sexually harassed, yes. So I'm just responding to Vivian's statement. But go ahead, D, with your Bible verse.
Mister, I love you. Did you really read that Bible verse that you're pouring out?
So Vince,
Yeah,
Yes.
the Bible verse is First Corinthians chapter 3, verses First Corinthians chapter 7, verse 3 to 5. Can you please read it for me?
I was surely glad to read it.
Yeah, when I came out with the correct one, I made a mistake. I said,
Oh,
It
first I
no,
said,
that's why I
okay,
said before the show go, I'm going to get a red verse. That's what I
okay,
want to
but
yeah.
hear.
y'all should realize Vincent also say it's not everybody that believes in the Bible. So
No,
That's why
no, but
I
when,
was speaking for me.
guys,
listen now,
he is on the floor.
you
Let her
gotta
finish
y'all
her thought.
gotta respect the fact, which I don't mind reading it. I do not
Yeah,
mind reading it, but
let her
also you
finish.
gotta respect everybody's point of view because this is a socialized thing. Everybody got their own point of view. Everybody does not believe in the Bible.
but
Okay.
yes, but D, when he was making his point, he clarified his point. He said legally, this is it, but biblically, this is it. So he did
Okay,
distinguish between the 2 points. He's
but
not telling
biblical,
everyone,
but
listen now, he's not telling everybody to go with the biblical aspect.
right.
He distinguished between his point. He said legally, this is what it is.
But
When it
also
comes to the
in
biblical
that Bible,
aspect,
but
I'm
also
also
in
on
that
his side.
Bible, also in that Bible verse says the man body is belong to the woman too.
Don't worry about that one. We're
No,
defending
no,
the
no,
other
no,
part
no.
of the
You
Bible
can't say
tonight.
when I wake and say don't worry about it.
We're not that part we're defending the woman, the part where
No,
the
no,
woman
no.
body belongs to
Then
the
you're
man.
wrong.
But
No, because
but I was
his
saying
body
that
belongs to my
rape cannot
his
take
body
place. So
belongs to
even
me.
if the
My
man
body
body
just can
belongs to
belong
the
to him.
woman,
His body does not belong to me. Biblically speaking, his body belongs to me too.
so you cannot rape him. That's why I was speaking of. Because
No,
my body belongs to
yes,
my wife.
no. Biblically speaking or biblically not speaking, at the end of the day, no, listen though, at the end of the day, though, speaking at the end of the day, regardless, if your wife said, baby, I do not want to have sex, Bible or no Bible, respect her, or respect her. She's saying, baby, I don't want to have sex. Regardless if you guys are married or not, in that time or point she does not want to have sex. You don't know what she's going through, even though she did not voice it out to you. But at that moment of space and time, she does not want to have sex. You gotta respect that from her. Likewise, going back to a man saying, "Baby, tonight I don't want to have sex." She has to respect. She has to respect you and abide by that rule. She don't need to be doing all the extra thing and checking your microphone, all this and that. You told her, baby, I don't want to have sex. You may be going through a job situation that you have not talked to her about. You may be going through other situation that you have not talked to her about.
D,
But the fact that
D,
that's the thing, people
You
don't
going
Let
realize
her
off
finish.
topic.
Let her finish. Mister,
It's
I
not
love
a
you
matter
too.
of respect we're talking about here.
it. What do
My
you mean?
wife don't have to tell me she don't want to have sex. Her mood. The mood she will be in sure tells me that she's tired.
But
I've been
that's the
rubbing
thing.
her, baby,
Some
blah,
men
blah,
does
blah.
not.
That's where I'm speaking from. I'm
No,
not saying her coming out
but
telling
this
me, I
listen
don't
though.
want to have
Some
sex.
men
Don't
does
get me
not
hard down
read.
in a
But
step of
some men does
say
not read emotional or non-verbal communication.
body
Some men does
language.
not read that. They need to hear it from you in order for them to get it into their brain to say, okay, my wife says she does not want to have sex.
Not,
Everybody's verbal or
it just showed the
non-verbal
man really
communication
wanted it.
is
Why he paying
different.
attention to it.
Huh?
But D, let me say something quick, right? You keep talking about the man need to respect the woman need to respect the man. We don't want to dive too much
That's
into the Bible
different subject
because
going all the way.
when
I
we dive
wasn't
into the
diving into the
Bible,
Bible. I'm just saying
when we
general.
listen now,
I
listen,
wasn't
when we
talking
dive
about the
into the
Bible.
Bible, will you hang in there? In a sense, the Bible says
You're the
woman
one that
respect your
brought up
man.
the Bible. I wasn't
The
talking
Bible
about the
says
Bible. I
woman
was
respect
talking
your
about
man.
generalization.
It said
And
woman
then
respect your man. It said man respect your woman. It said woman respect your man. Man love your woman. But let's not go there. You understand?
like I said before you continue, I wasn't talking on the Bible. Y'all
JD,
brought up the Bible. I
let
was
me
just saying
just
generalization things
let me
that
just clear
men
something
should
here real
respect
quick.
a woman, verbal or non-communication. When a woman say I don't want to have sex, she means I don't want to have sex. Be it verbal or non-verbal. You need to respect that. Likewise, go to a man. When a man say I don't want to have sex, be it verbal or non-verbal, a woman needs to respect that. That's where I'm coming from. I'm not talking about the Bible.
Thank you. Go ahead, Fufu King.
I just want to make something clear. Everybody can be raped, okay? Because the definition and the definition placed on the word, the pressure is mostly on force and against your will. That's why the pressure is on, not the act, but against your will, force up like they force you against your will. That's why the pressure is really on when it comes to legally. Everybody can be raped. But again, I can ask my sister, why is it that when you hear say a man, the group of getting rape the man, why is it that sometimes norms of our society can look at it to be funny, even though it is true and it was wrong, but they look at it funny compared to the group of men that rape of girls. The reason that is simple. Like I said, they are all raped, no matter how
Were
you
you
put it,
asking me a question or
in
were
and
you
out
making
of
a
the law.
statement?
But the fact that we as men, they force you against your will, there are certain point that you reach, that your willingness to do it that will cause your erection, meaning that you can't enjoy yourself in our sense. That's why it can look funny when you say, oh, yeah, two get it. They rape the man. Then, like, a group of guys saying, I say, oh, my man, when Orlando, when two get John, my man, they rape him. And the two get, and rape the man, go to the police station and say, group of guys will start laughing. Compared to when a girl say two guys, they went or two guys rape her overnight. That's why I was speaking from. It's not, anyway, you twist it, that's rape.
No.
Because the fact remains, they force that man against his will. They force him, and at the beginning, he was not willing to do it, but at the end, he gave in. It's almost like when you put a gun to the woman head, the woman that want to do it, put a gun to her head, and she decided to do it. Even though she would not be sexually aroused, but you can still have a penetration. That's the same rape. That's why I say the definition of that word is placed on willingness and you applying force.
But this
Also,
is the thing. You and I are talking the same thing because I said a man can't be raped. I said that from the beginning. Did I not say that?
Well, I was just making the two thing clear when I said I gave an example when it comes because I'm a Christian. I was just giving it an
But you making it,
giving an
yeah,
example.
you bringing the Bible saying that a woman cannot be raped with her husband. Yes, she can be raped with her husband.
Nope. I never said a woman cannot be raped with her husband.
What did she say?
I said
Mm-hmm.
as a wife to
Mm-hmm.
her husband.
Mm-hmm.
If my wife, I give her an example. If my wife go to work, for example, if she's tired and she come from work laying down and stuff like that, and I want to take my one hand, for example, and I try to peg my wife, and for example, she do a shoulder today. The player, hey, I say, baby, I've been waiting for you all this and that. Convincing her, at the end, she decided to wait in and give me for me to take my one hand. I don't consider that rape. Biblically, that's not a rape. That's what I'm saying. But if my wife decides and say she going to the law because I force her against her will, she not wanted to do it, the law will hold it as rape.
But my brother, me and you talking the same thing. God, I said it earlier. I said if a woman,
No, that's what I said. Yes, I'm gonna get on the Bible verse. That's
But
just
yeah,
how I
you
said
brought
it.
the Bible verse, but the Bible verse that you brought up, it said a woman shall be up to her man, so a man shall be the same to his wife.
No.
Those,
Continue to read verse 4 to 5. Woman.
my brother, it's the same thing. I'm not
No,
going.
it's not
I
the
can
same
read
thing.
it, but it's the same thing.
No,
All
The
it's
right,
not the
same
same
thing
all
that
thing.
right,
you
guys. Let me
expect
step
from
in
your
now.
wife. The
Guys,
same thing
let
that
me
you expect from your wife, it's the
let
same
me
thing your
step
wife
in.
should expect from you. That's what the Bible verse says it.
All right, guys. Let me step in and let's respond to some of the viewers statement. Yes. So this one here is from Sierra Townsend. She's a regular follower here, and Sierra, welcome here. So we're gonna start with Mr. I love you, Mr. I love you.
100%, Thompson.
Please,
That's a
please
legal
respond.
obligation.
Mr. I love you. Please respond to Sierra. Sierra say, why would the wife refuse to have sex with her husband though? Maybe she needs to consider divorce as sex is part of her marital obligation. Mr. I love you. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, like as a woman, like I don't understand, right? Women get into marriage, and sometimes some of them, for example, even D were here talking about this and that. For example, some days you maybe D don't feel like cooking tteokbokki. Your man will tell you say he want to eat tteokbokki. As much as you're in the mood, you will still force yourself and go buy the thing and can't cook it. So now you want to go to Walmart. Your man will force you say you must go to Walmart. You'll go against your will and go do it. You even call your friend and be complaining. I don't even want to go out. I don't want to force me out this and that. Then when it comes to sex, then it becomes a problem. Like if you can do other things and things your way, you nagging, you're whining, and you're doing it. Somebody else said, I don't want to get pregnant at certain time. When you go low, we will say inside, wow. Before you know it, we are the pregnant. They are more push up. So where you go?
All right.
But
Thank you.
that's a
You see,
different
so I
scenario.
do agree. I do agree with Seattle on that point.
Okay. Yeah. Let me come in here. Then we will bring D then Fufu King. So Sierra, to respond to your statement here is I will partially agree and also partially disagree. Partially agreeing here is it comes to marital obligation. It is true because when intimate with someone and you marry someone, sex plays a very important role. I will 100% agree with that because it creates that intimacy and that bond. Because if you're not having sex, then what the essence of you getting married unless have a prenup that you guys will not have sex. You know what I mean? But it is good. It comes with that obligation. But however, even though you guys are married, but there are a lot of reasons people refuse to have sex with their partner. There are a lot of reasons. Maybe they are mad, or maybe they feel that their partner is hygiene is not up to where it's supposed to be, or maybe they feel that a partner cheat on them, or maybe their body just beat down. They are not in the mood. It is the partner's responsibility to either verbally or physically put you in the mood. But when that person verbalizes that, oh baby, I don't want to have sex today. I mean, yes, it is that person's obligation, it's in the marriage, but that person already verbalized it. So this is why you're supposed to ask your partner, baby, what's happening? You don't want to have sex. And if that person gave you the reason, if you think that reason is valid on a moral standard, you should be able to respect that because you cannot force your wife or your partner to have sex. You're going to be forced them because sex have to be consensual. It have to be consensual. So if you force that partner,
Yes.
just because you guys are married, or just because sex is part of the marital obligation, that's considered rape. Husband can be raped, wife can be raped. So I mean, like I
So,
said, I partially agree with
Jenny,
that statement,
but
but
Jerry,
reason why you should respect that no, and you cannot be too dominant when that person say no. You have to say, okay, you know what, I
Can I answer as a
Jerry,
Diddy?
Jerry,
Jenny,
can
not
we,
all
can we,
no.
But
allow
hold
you
y'all
on,
gotta give her
quickly,
the chance to answer
quickly,
now.
quickly,
Can I
coming.
say
But
something?
y'all
No,
gotta give her the
but
chance to answer
guys,
the
can
question.
we go one at a time?
yeah,
I love
quickly,
you.
quickly. I just want to, I want us to educate the viewers quickly on this.
But can you give
Women,
her the chance to answer the
women,
question?
women need to understand this before marriage. When you and a man dating, when you're giving him sex, you're doing him a favor. Granted, when you're married, the man is entitled to. You're not doing me a favor. I'm entitled to it. It's no more favor. So a lot of women got a mindset of before marriage, they are doing you a favor by giving you some ass. And then when you're married now, they think they're still doing you a
But
favor.
do you
No,
know
you're
why
not.
some women
At
do
this
the
point,
same?
I'm entitled to it.
Do you know why some women do the
Je-
same
Jerry,
to concur on what you're saying? Do you know
can
why
I
some
weigh
women do
into
the
what you
same?
just said?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I just want to say something concerning what you said.
Go ahead.
There is difference between willingness and force and using force. I'll give an example. If my wife is tired and she says she's not in the mood, and I able because that's my wife, I know her body, I know how to cajole her and all of that. And I able to cajole and bamboozle her in a way where at the end she succumb to me and will have a good whatever it is. That's not rape. If my wife is mad at me and even walking out of the room, and I tell her that you don't leave in this room until I get what I want and this and that, and try to pull her back in the room, she start fighting her way out, and I force her head on her and bring her down and have sex with her, that's rape. That's two different things. That's using force and against her will. So you see the difference. But if she's laying down here, I know my wife, I know how to convince her and all of that. And she just forced. I just said she gets some kind of little cheese from outside, and she holding it against me. And I start rapping her, baby, not you and this and that. At the end of the day, even though she know I wanted to do it, and she waiting and agree with me and will have that stuff, that's not a rape.
But you're right on
It's
that because she participated in it, even
no,
though she verbalized it. But if you
it's
still,
against her. That's what I said.
yeah,
It's against her will.
I concur with that. If you still do a physical advancement and she participate in it, it's not considered a rape. You go what?
But that's
Yes,
what. No, legally it is. If your wife get and report you because she said at that moment I was not to myself and I only did it because you were pressuring me, it's considered a rape.
but you just say if she
But
reported.
that's what I said. That's why I was
Why
making
would
an
she be
example for
reporting
instance
it
sake.
though?
I
Why
said
would she be
biblically,
reporting it?
my wife cannot. You can consider that a rape. I was just making a difference from the beginning when I said I agreed to that lady first.
Let's hear
Can
from
I
D.
can I respond to what her name?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sienna. Can I respond to Sienna's question?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, Sienna. I'm gonna give an example from my point of view. Me, I go to work at 4:30 in the morning. I gotta be to work at 4:30 in the morning. I go to work from 4:30, sometimes 5:30, sometimes 6:30. So if I come home at that time and I'm tired and I don't want to, and my husband want to have sex, and I talk to he ain't understand me, fine. Sometimes in the day when I come from work and I want to, I give it to him. But me responding to your question is that
I'm led to hear that word want to. Like, it's as if to say you're doing it on your own call. You
no,
marry. You marry.
That's
it's the fact
society
that
made into thing.
no, it's
You
the fact
Society
that
is
marry.
Oh,
not
It's
stop.
not
on
a want
marriage.
Look, you
to.
start saying society. That's
That's
the problem we
society,
face
my
in our
brother.
community.
I
Stop
can't hear
saying
you.
society. It's
It is.
nothing got to do with society. No, no.
Yeah,
It's not
but
because
D
you
is
married
on
to
the floor.
someone, the person is obligated to give you
They
sex
are
24/7.
obligated to me.
No,
When
they're
it comes
not
to
obligated to
sex,
give you sex 24/7.
no, that's
Marriage
just
or
24 to give you
relationship,
instances. Don't say 24/7.
or
Nobody,
listen
nobody
to
that
me
sex
now.
me, she will just want to be having sex.
No, that's what you're trying to say. Oh,
No,
when I
that's
want
not
sex,
what
give
I'm
me, give me
trying to
sex.
say.
You're trying to
I'm
say when I
making
want
a
sex, give me
no.
sex.
Don't
No,
say that what you're
that's how it
trying to
sounds
say.
like.
No,
That's how it sounds like. When I
no,
want
I
sex, give me
stay here.
sex.
I'm
No, that's what
staying
you're
here.
saying though.
I'm
You say you're
staying here.
obligated to me.
I'm entitled to
What's the
it.
definition of the word
As
obligated?
excuse me, as long as you get married to me,
You're obligated to me, right? That's what you're saying, right?
exactly, biblically.
All right. That's the problem. That's the misunderstanding. We always go in the Bible and pick stuff, and that's what I want to make clear, right? If your partner say, "I'm not in the mood," you want to have sex, understand. Probably the person is tired. The person had a long day. Y'all can cuddle. Y'all can talk. Y'all can watch a movie.
Can I? my literally when I decided to talk, y'all were just mumbling and things. I couldn't hear you guys.
No, no, your husband interrupted you though, not also.
No,
Yeah,
no, no,
so
no.
you are backing you up.
Provoking it.
No,
Provoking, no,
but
he did.
like what I was saying.
Yeah, can the lady
So
complete her statement, please? Yeah, she responded to Sierra.
yeah, I responded to Sierra. Regardless if you're a husband or wife, there are days when you are tired, you're exhausted from work, you had a rough day, and you're not in the mood to have sex, and that's okay. Be it a husband, be it a wife, that is okay to say, baby, I do not want to have sex. It's not you deny your husband. It's just saying, baby, at this moment of time, I I had a rough day. I just want to take a shower, go to bed, wake up the next morning, and start the whole day over. And that is okay. So
D.
I'm not denying my husband sex.
Let her finish. Let her finish.
Likewise, my husband, if he had a rough day, my husband is in the military. He go through a whole lot of bullshit. And someday I had to tell him, say, you know what, you need to leave your work at the door. Once he enter in this house, it's you and I. Like he ready, he on the phone. He can tell you guys. I have to say, baby, your work leave at the door. But someday you have a stressful day and you're not just in the mood. And it just makes things weird and awkward because your husband is not in the mood and you're not in the mood. And things, the sex is just not the same. So it's okay for yours to, it's okay for your part, he
I don't
or she
know.
to say,
Let her
it's
finish.
okay for he or she
You're
to
almost
say,
done.
I don't want to have sex. It's not you or me denying say I don't want to have sex. It's just say at that moment of time, baby, I had a rough day at work. You had a rough day at work. Be a different time zone. Be a different time. We both had a rough day at work in a different aspect, and we just don't want to have sex. And we both respect that. We can sit in the bed. We can sit on the couch, watch a movie, talk, have a deep conversation. That doesn't mean that I'm denying my husband sex and he wants sex. No, it just me telling my husband, "Hey, baby, I had a rough day." Okay, that's me giving the opportunity to my husband to say, "Baby, okay, what happened to work?" Give me an opportunity to learn what happened to work, or like open up with me and talk to me about things. It's not me denying my husband sex. It's just say maybe we need to talk about what's going on in my job. Like, what is there something that we need to fix? Is there something within your career? There's just something that to bring up a conversation. Everything don't have to deal with sex.
Okay.
It does
So
not. You
thank
can
you.
have a very mature conversation on things without making it deal with sex. Everything does not have to do with sex.
All right. So then Sierra have a follow up question. So everything you
No,
said.
but Jenny want to respond to what she said.
Yeah. Who now? But
I want to respond to what she said.
okay, go ahead.
So let me say this, right? On a serious note,
Mhm.
so now I say something that I've been joking, right?
Mhm.
Now, if you're in a marriage or in a relationship,
Mhm.
when your partner is tired from work or whatever, it is okay. It's acceptable for you to understand that your partner is tired, this and that. But as a man, you got to be very mindful. Some women will get in the habit of wanting to take the remote control when it comes to sex business in the marriage. And they only want to have sex when they're in the mood. Anytime the man in the mood, they will find an excuse. So as a man in a marriage, you got to be on the lookout for that. You cannot allow a woman to grab that remote control and think that now it will be okay since she have that power, she have the ability. So now the only time you will have sex will be when she is in the mood. That's where I'm coming from.
Can
Or
I
from a
answer your
logic, I
question?
come in though. I come in from a logical perspective. If your partner is tired, everything look obvious. It makes sense. You let it be. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes in some relationships, when a woman have an alternative thought in her whole relationship or marriage, the entire time you're married to that woman, the only thing you will use to know that that woman have an alternative thinking is sex. Anytime it comes to sex, you see her hesitating a lot. She's not really opening up. You're not having sex that frequently. She want to be the one to always engage in sex. She want to only give you sex based on the days that you've spent some huge money, on the days that you've taken her out, you've done something extravagant. You understand what I'm saying? Now, in that case, you have to be careful and know what's going on over there. When a woman is in love with you, sex will definitely, you the man will have the privilege and the ability to engage her in sex, and she wouldn't have any problem with it. But when they want to pick up that remote and start controlling it up and down, that's where the problem is.
Okay.
Jodie, let me respond to my brother.
All right, go ahead.
Let me respond to my brother who, when I used the word obligated, and he said it's like 24/7. I will still go back to this one example, and I'll keep playing it over and over. All right. The fact that my wife says she's tired from work. Oh, I had a rough day at work and blah blah blah. And I'm here playing all my delay tactics that I know, that I had to get her to play with me. Play all my delay tactics and try. At the end, it still don't work. I get no other tactic to play. Anything else I do to say, oh yeah, you do it today and you force. Once force comes in, that's disrespect. But sometimes, when they lay down and say they're tired, oh, I had a rough day at work, that lay stuff you can be doing, you only doing it to see whether it will hold. And once it hold and the damn inside, my brother, you both had a fun time that you're supposed to have. That's where I'm coming from. At that point, she never wanted to do it because she had a rough day at work. But I want to cajole her at the end and she did it. I don't consider her to be a rape. That's where I'm coming from.
Okay.
That's not disrespect. I'm not disrespecting her. Because at the end, all the letters that I use, she agreed. Some women will not agree, they will stay on it. And the only thing you can do is to take your body, take your cover clothes, and cover yourself with air and sleep. Simple as that.
Or just masturbate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But now when she said no,
Living legend. The
now when you
legend.
said no, the lady said no because of your wife. They said no, you can tell me no. You obligated to. That's not where I'm coming from. So I just want my brother to understand that. That's not where I'm coming from. Because definitely when you go that road, definitely you even carry on rape. Correct. Before I even talk about that's disrespect to her.
And even when you say no to sex, what do you do to your husband to help compensate for that no you say? At least, do you even lay there and grab a microphone, play with it, do this or do that? Or you just say no and he might not bother you totally at all? Then you say you marry a woman, you better go for counseling. I beg you.
All right, gentlemen. A lot of good input. I love the discussion. I just going forward here. We give each person chance to opine, then we can respond to that. But because we have audience that can be participating, so what happens if the two of you guys don't come to an understanding? This is a follow up here on Sierra question. So we all agree communication, should pretty much is the key, consensual. It should be should take place. But what happens if both of you do not come to an understanding? You both don't come to an understanding. So what happens? If you want to have sex with your wife, she said no, and you try to talk her into it, she said no. And so do you just leave her alone, or you still try to make advances for her to pretty much get in the mood? And you guys want to take on that?
What did?
D ran away.
So who at the bottom there? Our brother, right?
Yeah, so Hank,
Hello?
you and your
Hello?
Yeah. I'm here.
you and your wife, I hope you guys didn't leave us to go get quickies though.
No, I'm here. So like you said, what do you do, right?
Yeah. What do you do Do you just leave it like that and be like, baby, I respect that, even though you want sex and you're married, you guys are not girlfriend and boyfriend. Say you've been married for like maybe 10 years, and that's where I tell a female, if you're not maybe on your period, and you just maybe tired, but your husband is horny and he wants sex, and he try to be more romantic, and you still try to pushing away, and you guys can come to one understanding. Do you do you the husband just leave it like that, or you try to formulate different perception that, oh, my wife don't want to have sex with me because maybe I'm not good in bed, or maybe she's seeing somebody. What happens from that? How do you proceed that to pretty much overcome it?
Yeah, like my brother just said, Fufu King, right? You
Yeah,
know your woman, you know your partner. You can try, right?
yeah,
But if they keep insisting, then that's when you okay. Probably you just want to talk about your day. You can talk about the day. You can have conversation. You can talk about different things. You can cuddle, watch a movie.
yeah.
It can compensate, right? But the part that we all like, everybody on this or live right now focusing, oh, sex, 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 sex. No, it's not all to it. You guys can have a conversation like of King said, you can try, you can through the conversation or so, maybe you can keep trying, but if it's not still working, then you let it go. Let it go. Like we live in this Western world where you have to wake up and go to work, stress and everything. Sometimes, like as a man, like you're not always in the mood to. Let's be honest. You can say no. It's okay to say no. It's not, oh, I'm saying no because I don't love my partner or whatsoever that's happening. No, that's not the case. Sometimes the person just want to relax with you. Sometimes they just want to have a conversation with you. But sometimes too, let's look at this way, right? I would say this is the only thing I'm saying. If you actually want to do it, like the person come home, you notice the person tired, you can go run their water, serve them. Yeah, you can, like if you home, you can make like dinner or you can make what's lunch, whatsoever the person like to eat. Serve them about it just to start something. Maybe that can put a person in the mood.
Thank you.
But like I said, if the person said no after doing all that thing, trying to touch them, trying over and over again, the person said no, understand. Sometimes people have stressful day. Sometimes people just want to talk. Sometimes people just want to have a conversation. And it's okay to say no. Not because you're my wife, then you obligated, okay, I want it today, you have to give it to me today. No. Like my brother just said, or biblically is allowed. And I disagree with that part.
Okay, thank you. So we have our special guest, Mose will be joining us because right now is 10:43. We have 20 more minutes to go here, but our special guest, will be joining us here to sum things up, and we will like to hear his perspective. So, Mose, if you watching us here, go ahead. I sent you the link. But let me ask you guys, how and this question is going to Fufu King. Let's start with Fufu King. Fufu King, how often are men raped and usually it is being overlooked? A lot of people don't even pay attention when a man is saying that, oh, I've been raped, I've been sexually, assaulted. So how often are men raped compared to women? But if
I
you look,
think I
yeah,
think it happen a lot. The reason why we don't hear it like that, like I said, I give an example where we ourselves as men we downplay it. Okay,
yeah,
so there is not more pressure placed on it compared to women. Okay, like I'll give you an example that I said previously. Two of us can be standing and maybe Mose, for example, can come tell my man, I went to the club last night when I went home, I was charming, man. Titty girl, we were working in the morning, titty girl with me, my man. I think they raped me. Oh. The first thing I was laughing, titty girl, my man, you're not small man. Oh. You're one carrot titty girl, they got up and said they rape you. Like first was I making fun of it because we don't consider it to be rape. You see what I'm saying? But when you look at it, the man was drunk and the man used him good that night. You see what I'm saying? But I think the way we as men look at it, the way we play it, we downplay it. I think
Right.
that's why it's not talked about on a daily basis. But I think we really, really, really get raped on a daily basis.
You see men get raped on a daily basis.
Oh yes.
What say you, Miss I love you? Do you
You
think
see how it sounds funny to her? That's exactly
No,
what I'm
I'm
saying.
sorry.
yeah. Let
Uh,
D, we will get to you, Miss I love you.
I'm sorry. I'm not laughing on your thing. I'm just laughing on my
How
own thing.
often men get raped and is it and is it
Um,
um
I agree with Fufu King. I think men do get raped very often, but the only thing is a lot of men don't seem to report their rape cases, and so for this reason, it is not in the record or in the system the number of time men get raped. And to put
It is
down to
in, bro.
rest the
It's in the
same
record that men get raped more than women.
to put down to rest the same issue of women denying men and other things. I personally think that sometimes based on certain circumstances in which women turn their men down is very important. Say, for example, let me use our brother who's on the live here. And he's serving the army, right? You leave your wife, you gone. You gone for, let's say you gone for a whole year. The first day that you come, you in high expectation. Your woman are on her period. Then that's the very nice you tell you say, I'm tired. My God. Yeah. Let me use myself as an example. I got a woman in Africa. I live here, I clean iron ball. I fly 16-hour flight. Enter Ralphie. Roll, yeah, yeah. Then, after all this long, the very first night you reach there, a woman on a period, this is the night she's telling you she's tired. Brother, just tell me this situation, how you go be? So sometimes the circumstance in which these women bring up about their no, like I said, I'm not against a woman saying no. I agree. I accept it. Everyone, yes, things happen. People get tired and sometimes people don't want to do things. But in my own world, if my woman is tired to have sex, don't tell me you got energy to cuddle. That same cuddling energy, they ask, let me give a big plus to women who, when they claim that they are tired in their marital home, instead of having 3 or 4 rounds, they will tell a man, say, honey, I'm tired. You only get 1 round. That's enough. Congratulations to those ones. Those are the women who reason they say, honey, I'm too tired. I beg you, let her do one, and then it's okay. You understand? Yes. Even if you can't do that one, you do some sound check. Or you grab the microphone, you play with it, you play with the microphone, you play with it. At least. But don't come tell me say you tired, but you got energy to cuddle. You got energy to sit up for 2, 3 hours to watch movies. You understand me? You got energy that we gonna go to the movies. We gonna go drive around. Oh, that was okay, no problem. I understand you.
thank you. Do you want to come in? How often
Yes,
how
I do
often
want
men
to
get raped?
come in.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, if you guys don't mind, if I have to talk long, but I'm just gonna give an example of me and my husband, right? And it's an honest example. Like I have said before, with my job, I get up 3:30 in the morning. I gotta be to work at 4:30. So if I come home and I'm tired and stuff, and he understand that I'm tired, but it's not something it's an everyday thing. Yes, someday my husband wanna get it in, I will give it to him. But someday if I'm tired from work and I'm exhausted and stuff, I'm sorry, baby, but you're not getting it in tonight. And he says, Mister, I love you. Just said that you don't want a person that will want to cuddle and things. But I'm the type of person that, regardless of what, my husband, you're gonna rub my back for me to go to sleep.
You come and play for all of me. That phone, you come and play all of me. You want kid up, I'm gonna be rubbing your back. Hey,
That's all I love you.
My husband, right on the phone, you will tell you.
you come and play
He
for all of
rubs
me.
my back.
That's all I love
He
you. That phone.
rubs
You come and play all of
no,
me. What
no.
a fun there.
He rubs my back, but the thing is, he understands me. Like we both talk. Sometimes where I'm wrong, and I say I don't want to get busy because some foolishness and stuff. But he want to get busy, but I'm being stubborn on it. But it's my own stubbornness. It's all about who you're dating and how you communicate with the person, how you both work things out. So he knows
As
me.
long it work for you keep doing it. I mean, it worked for
That's
you,
what I'm
you know?
saying. He
Yeah.
knows me and I know him and he know how it works for both of us. when I'm
That's what
stubborn
marriage
as
all
it,
about.
regardless
Know
of
your
what
spouse.
he still rubs my back. I go to sleep because he knows that's our routine.
Thank you, D. Thank you for your thought.
When are you just cutting me off like that?
No, I thought you was done because
I
we
know
like to
I was
welcome our
not
guests.
done.
Go ahead.
Now you just cut me off. I lost my train of thought.
All right. So,
She lost a train of thought.
so
frère,
Just rub
on
my
dit quoi?
back.
thank you guys. Let's welcome our special guest. He came late, but
Frère, on dit quoi?
yeah. We still have.
On est là, hein.
On est là, on est crangba comme ça. Il n'y a rien.
Yeah, c'est ça.
C'est ça, mon frère, il n'y a rien.
He's ready to speak in French.
Got two customer guy on the scene, penniless.
Oh no, I didn't about to speak that thing here. Call for pay.
Oh
What?
yeah, they speaking French, so yeah.
Big,
All
yeah.
right, let's welcome here
two family
Mose,
people.
Mr. Bole. Thank you very much for taking time to always come here per our request. We appreciate that here. So even though we have 15 or 20 minutes to climax this show tonight, but we just want to hear your thoughts on can a man be sexually assaulted or raped?
Ça va très bien.
Oui.
Big, yeah.
By his wife. By his wife.
Fufuki,
Or
what's
just
up,
anybody,
man?
Yeah.
What's
Go
up?
ahead, Steve.
Well, it's good to have my brother on. I'm surprised. I'm shocked that he brought D on. He came with D, but what that one I didn't.
Whoa,
Was a secret-
hold on. What if you surprised? That's his wife. Why you?
Was some secret is not coming on now? Forget it all.
Yeah.
Gotta
You
come
better shut up, you better
out.
behave yourself before we tell you.
Because he knows D that trouble.
Please tell him that.
But anyways, I think this is a good conversation. I think the issue of rape is very important, though, and sometimes we play with it. You know, it's so important that even when we who are Christians will read the Bible, the Asian Israel, the culture, they hated rape so much to the point that when you read the Bible, you don't hear about Jacob's daughter. And the only reason for that is because rape was attached to her. So the issue of rape is very, very important, but we downplay it because in our society, especially most of us Liberians, we either say, "Oh, as time goes by, they will forget it." Oh, don't talk about it. You can't talk about that B man in government. Oh, that thing that happened to me before. Nothing can happen. No, it has a huge impact. You know, whether men or women. You know, most of our brothers that we see around that can be giving us a hard time and won't be acting like women, giving us a hard time 24/7. Some of them, the origin for which they're misbehaving are rape. They got sexually assaulted at some point in their life, especially at a young age. Some of our sisters, you see, giving us a hard time. They know deep down how they want man.
5,000 for blood plan and thing.
Yeah, they find Gene tries and misbehaving and acting cutting their head and confusing themselves. They say they won't confuse the word. But in all honesty, and I know when we say some of these things, people say, "Oh, you're discriminating," or whatever it is.
But you are discriminating.
Some of them, that rape was the cause, that sexual violence was the cause, sexual assault, abuse, and so forth. So it's a serious thing. And one of the bad thing about rape, that's something that you can say, "Oh, to the other medicine, you kill for it. You will not think about it again. You will not. No. It's a personal trauma that you live with for the rest of your life.
Mentally.
There is no cure for it. To the point that when you even get married and your husband or your partner or you're in a relationship, that person tries to do certain things that will trigger you, you tend to get back in that mood. And to the extent also that some of our sisters, our mothers that you see misbehaving on Facebook, it's because of their traumatic experience. So the issue of rape is serious. Yes, it's possible for men to get raped. But it's ignored because most of the time women are the victims. You know, statistics. Most of the time women are the victims and men are the perpetrators. So because the number is a little low, so it seems like it doesn't happen, but it does happen. You know, I was looking at the numbers, you know, about rape and assault, sexual violence between men and women. you know, the percentage of women is very hard, very, very hard. And men it's a little low, but I think listening to the conversation, you know, people were talking about, oh, the woman refused you, and the woman did this, the woman did that, and so forth. You know, it's all about communication. Even though we who are Christians, when you read the Bible, Paul talks about, you know, making time for that part of life. It's important. It is important. You know, that part of life is important. And the thing that some of the things that some of our sisters don't understand is you can't use it as a weapon or as a tool, because it will be at your own detriment. You know, you'll be setting yourself a failure. You're giving that man hard time, you're giving yourself hard time. You're giving yourself hard time. So the issue of rape, you know, is important, and I think we need to lay emphasis on it from all angles. That's why in the country, rape or sexual molestation or abuse or so forth, that one of the crimes you get fingerprinted for very easily, because they adopted the mentality from Israel, wherein in Israel back in the days, when someone is raped, when a woman is raped, the only way that stigma can move on that woman, in fact, to the point that when a woman is raped, the father got to change their name. If that father does not change his name, that particular family, there is no more respect for them. That's why Jacob name changed from Jacob to Israel. Because when his daughter got raped, they're supposed to, by right, to go. The law was the man who raped your daughter, in order to take that shame from the family and for your family name to be restored, what needed to happen was that same person need to come and marry that person. So the man who raped your daughter will have to come and marry your daughter. If that man does not marry your daughter to wipe away the shame, I don't care who you are, your family name is buried forever.
Yep.
No more respect for you, no more dignity. But what happened to Jacob in the case while they were discussing?
That's back in the day, though.
For the guy to come and marry his sister, two of Jacob's son left from behind him and kill the guy.
Kill the guy. Yep.
We're now living in 20-something century.
Steve-O, the biblical man.
We're in the present century. We're not living in that century. We're not living in that century, so that's different.
So I'm trying to lay a premise here. I think, and because of that, Jacob actually changed his name from Jacob to Israel because he didn't want a stigma behind him. That alone cut his family ties. The city is applicable in this time, but in different ways, such as when somebody sexually molests somebody in this country, especially in America, they put you in a special database to the point where when you move into any neighborhood,
everybody is notified.
No, that's different. It's called pedophile when you go above and beyond that. No, it's different. A pedophile is different. It is.
They call them sex offenders. No, it's not about pedophiles.
It's not.
No, it is too different.
It's too different. D, allow your brother-in-law to talk.
No, because I'm not gonna allow that though, because
it's not about lying or not. It's about the truth of the matter.
It's the level of rape that if you molest a child, then you're considered a pedophile.
Okay, let me go back to what I was saying. Let me go back to what I was saying. So pedophilias are those men who sleep with small boys. No, those men who sleep with small boys, underage children, boys.
Not small boys, women, girls.
Women do rape little boys too. What are you talking about?
All right, guys.
What?
Let's speak.
If you're talking about pedophile, women do rape little boys too.
I never said they don't, but what he's talking about and what he just said, that men who
can he just lay there at the end because we got limited time?
Yeah, let's Steve finish his thought, then you can rebuttal.
Okay, you can talk because obviously I'm the only female. Yeah, so yeah, go ahead.
So
now you coming to play the race card.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's ridiculous.
So not a race card, you playing the dinner card. So you want to play the dinner card.
So if you're a sex offender, if you're pedophilia, normally when and I want to, for the sake of this conversation, I don't want to include pedophilia. Not that they don't get cited, but I want to stick with the sex offenders, those who rape, violate women or children, and so forth.
Both men and women.
Those men and women, I said those. They get fingerprinted for the rest of their time.
Right.
To the point that some of them, for the pedophilia, they're even restricted from going around children. You can't get a place that next to daycare and other places. But those sex offenders and so forth, they prevent you from even having jobs or other things that really has to be associated with women.
Right.
To the point that they tag you. And when they tag you, they red flag you. Don't think you will leave from Arizona to Iowa and think life will be suited. That's not true. You are in a database that will put all of your information out, even to the employers. The reason I'm making this contrast or this comparison is because of the gravity of this. I will say this, sometimes we joke with it, but anybody that is raped, whether man or woman, your life can never be the same. It's just the truth of the matter. It's a personal trauma that you live with for the rest of your life. Whether you tell people,
I disagree on that.
So D, I'm not speaking on.
No, but let's still finish now. Let's still finish. Then we all will respond to him.
Yeah, what he's saying, but
Because if we all cut Steve off now, then you will not finish.
No, you can finish. But I'm just saying. I'm not saying anything else. I just say I disagree on that.
I'll keep saying it. I'll keep saying this.
I know you disagree, but you can come in.
But that's all I'm saying. That I disagree on what he's saying. Your life. I disagree.
I will say this again. I will say this again. I don't care whether you choose to talk about it or not. Whether you choose to ignore it. It's a trauma that you live for the rest of your life, and your life will never be the same. Anybody that is raped or that was violated sexually, you have that trauma that you live with for the rest of your life. And again, this is not a Liberian talking point. These are facts. These are things I have to work with on a daily basis. These are people that have to be diagnosed. And I want Liberian thing or because
it don't have to be about race. It don't have to be about nationality.
If you keep interrupting me, then
anything. Like I said, I disagree on that.
Okay.
You don't have to live with that stigma. You do not.
I don't think you even getting what I'm saying. I don't say anything about stigma. That's not what I said.
But I don't know.
I think if you're listening and
let the man finish.
Let the man finish.
We'll have a conversation, but you interrupting and talking something different I didn't say is a little frustrating and annoying because what I've said, you're not listening. You're trying to push.
I am very much listening to what you're saying.
And that's not what I said.
I am very much listening to what you're saying.
You're not.
Go ahead and
because I said nothing about stigma. That's not what I said. I said people live with it for the rest of their life. That's something that never goes away. That's not stigma.
But
because people don't even talk about their experiences. Some people don't want to discuss it. Because just the thought alone, the talking about it alone, it's like you are reawakening the trauma, or they are even shy or afraid to talk about it because they don't know how people will perceive them. They don't know how they'll be seen, how society will accept them. So they go on struggling with that, how to adjust, how to adapt. If people will even understand them, some people even go as far. Some people even go as far as making those who, the perpetrators, making themselves look like they're the cause for that person to do that to them. That is the extent. It destroys your psyche. It affects your mind. It affects how you think, how you process things, how you live. Sometimes you live in fear. There are some people that can't even sleep. They got to either be on some kind of medication. Some people don't even want to be around men, certain category of men or so forth. It is because of these traumatic experiences. These things lead to, let me use the word everlasting trauma that they have to battle with, they have to deal with, and it has an impact on them, on how they react in society, how they act with people in society, and just how to go back on a daily basis. And so this is a serious thing, and I think when we are addressing them, I think we need to address them from a realistic standpoint, so that people can understand the gravity of this. That's why we must protect our children. We must protect ourselves. We must even protect our neighbors' children and other people as well, especially
and protect our sisters.
Women who are mostly the victims, you know,
Especially the one in going Miami to
like,
look
All
at
right,
5,000 boys.
all right. Thank
Like
you.
I can say you're full of bullshit right now. Honestly to God. That's my own opinion. You're taking it like you're not. That's up to you.
But
But that's my own opinion on
Jerry,
what he's saying.
But D, why you using
I'm not using prefer.
derogatory
I'm sorry if I am disrespecting you, but whatever he's saying in a certain way is BS to me.
what is he saying that is BS to you? Can you respond to him in a very a positive way, you know, and
Yes, if a person goes through such trauma, they can get out of a situation. He didn't use the word stigma, but the sense of way he said it, it is a stigma. Because what? They can get a job, which is wrong. They can't get a job. I know.
He didn't say that. He's getting it all wrong.
yeah. Are you?
he's not talking about the person. He's not talking about the person that was being raped. He's talking about the person who raped.
He didn't say it in a way, but it's in a form of shit. He is saying it in that type of way.
first of all, D, let me tell you something. I can speak English. If I want to say something, I will say you
I
don't
know
have to
you
put
can
words in
speak
the mouth.
English. I can hear you clearly.
Exactly. So don't listen. Don't misinterpret me. Ask me
I
if,
was
you,
never
if you're not clear.
misinterpreted. I was
If you're not clear on
never.
something, ask me. And if I say something you don't understand what I mean, just ask me. I'll clarify. But for you to
I'm
say that's why I said
clearly
that's what I
listening
said.
to you, and I'm hearing exactly what you're saying, so I know what you're
All
talking
right, Miss,
about.
I gotta go. I don't do this. This is
Yeah.
this is
No.
childish for
Hold
me.
on, Steve.
Don't get involved with
Steve.
the kind of
Steve.
childish
Bye.
behavior. I'm not part of this kind
Okay, bye.
So D, why you can't give the man chance to speak and
I
why
gave
you
him. I
using
gave him a
yeah,
chance
but
to
No,
speak.
you didn't.
I
no, you
just.
did not.
You
I
And
didn't.
why you
let,
using
let me
those type of
hold on. You're before y'all jump on me, sir.
no,
No,
but
Everything I
we are
miss.
no, but
not
my
jumping
question
on
is
you, but
No, okay, y'all need to relax.
you are not
Let me.
understanding what the man is saying. Then
you
you
keep
using
Like
contradicting yourself. Everything you
excessive
said, you're saying
I'm
something
not
language.
different.
contradicting myself. Everything that man saying, I don't believe a
no,
damn
but
word that come out of his mouth.
Yeah,
D,
but why
if
can't you?
everyone else is saying that we all say we understood him from a certain angle, and you're the
That's
only
for
person
them.
that's not understanding him from that angle, then you got to come to a realization that there's possibly a misunderstanding from your side because
Let no.
Fufuki understood from what angle he came from. I do. Jerry do understand the angle he came from. But
I mean,
you now saying you're looking at it totally different.
like I say, y'all all can understand or understood wherever he coming from. That's on to y'all.
Yeah,
But
but
where I'm
what,
coming from,
what I
D,
don't understand is we supposed to keep the relation the communication civil. Why are you
we
using
can have a disagreement to agree, right?
That's not. We are not in a debate.
Yeah.
We are getting
I
proof of
never
point of
said
view.
we're in a debate. I can say that we can have a disagreement to agree on things. Certain things that he said I agree on, certain things he said I don't agree on. Disagreement to, can I not have that? It's not my own
After the person
question.
have propound,
No, yeah, you
when the
keep
person land,
interrupting
then
the
you can
man.
come
Yeah.
in to say
And
what you
because
want to say.
you
But
are
if
not
the person
listening
is
to what
speaking,
he's trying to say,
before
you
you
keep
Okay.
say anything, at least you be recognized. That's how it should be. That's. I feel like that's being civil. You know.
I was being very civil.
No, you weren't.
I can just say
which
I can
part
disagree to
are you
agree.
disagreeing with this man? Which part that he said that you disagree? You did not give the man chance to finish his
Oh
thought.
no, I
You kept
did give him a
interrupting
chance
him.
to say what he had to say. And like I said, I can disagree to agree on what he said. Period. On simple on that.
No, it's not. That's not how it works.
What do you mean that's not how
Fufuki,
it
You
works?
wait.
Let your chance to elaborate. Let's hear it out.
Okay.
I can disagree to agree on what he said. Period on that. I don't have to agree with what he's saying.
You don't have to
Why?
agree, but you have to gain chance. Then you
I
finish.
don't. First of all,
Then,
I don't have. No, this is the thing. I don't have to give you my opinion or whatsoever. I can disagree to say I don't agree with what he's saying. I don't have to give my opinion on that. What he says, is what he says. Y'all can agree on that. I can disagree on that and say, hey, I don't agree. I don't agree on that.
okay.
Plain and simple.
So what part are you disagreeing with Steve on?
I disagree on the fact that he's saying that a person who is considered as a, he may not use the word pedophile, but a person who are molesting this and that, doesn't mean that the fact that things can be elaborated, things can be lied on people. You don't know those things. People can come out and say that, oh, this, or you can search a person record and say, oh, this person did this or something, and you don't know the true story behind those things. And the person is sentenced for so things. Like I said, you don't know the true story behind that and how it happened. And for that person to get to that position, and even if they get to that position, that person can still get a job. He talked about a person who being a pet. He didn't use the word pedophile, but he used a sense in a way, a word in a way that saying that person cannot get a job. Yes, they can get a job. They can serve their terms and still get a job and still work in our forces that we don't even know that we're working with those person. We don't. And I disagree with him saying all that. Like, don't say that a person who have done something, you don't know if the person did those things, but based on the record, that's what you're leaning on. And saying, oh, that person can get a job. Yes, they can get a job. They didn't do something. They fought the case. They did, even though they fought the case, at the end of the day, we both know that society, when it comes to black, we will never win anything in this day and age.
Okay. Thank you.
Can
Thank
I
you.
listen to me?
Yeah.
That where she confusing the whole thing with what the man said. This man was
How am I?
comparing. Let me learn now. I will give you a chance. Let me learn.
Mm-hmm.
This man was comparing olden day Israel, how the people can take when it comes to rape, comparing to our day right now. How the people used to handle it. He was comparing it right now to those when you commit such an act, how the people can put it in the database that it will affect you everywhere you go, especially in the state. He was making a comparison to what's happening now to what you happened those days. When the man said, when the man was talking about people who have been raped and whatsoever will live forever the rest of their life, he was not talking about the people who commit the crime. He was talking about those who were affected. So this whole thing you talking, what you just said
What do you mean those who were
is
affected?
contradicting the whole thing. You said a whole different thing that the man never said.
So,
All right.
gentlemen, thank you very much
Okay.
tonight. We passed the time. Let's just give our concluding statement on this subject here. Uh, we will start with D. Fired up.
I ain't got nothing to say. You guys have a good night.
Okay, thank you. We appreciate that. Thank you very much here for your input.
Oh
Uh,
no, I got one thing to say. Other shit, I got one thing to say.
yeah, go ahead.
Can you let your other female pianist so actually come on the line and not me being on the line all the time when I come on?
Well, I mean, I can, I can reach out to everyone, but I can't.
Please do reach out to them and let them come on and have, it's a female night. That's what it's about, female night, not gentleman night. Because what I see is mostly gentleman night instead of female night.
Well, like I said, you asked me the same question. I reach out to them, but if they are not coming on, I cannot force them because I'm not paying them to come on. They are volunteering their input, just like how you volunteering your input, and I appreciate that. Just like how Mose, Mr. I love you, Vince, and everybody volunteering their input here. So and so we're still building the show here. So when I reach out to everybody before the show, the day or day before. So if they say, Vincent, I'm gonna come on, but if they are doing a show at the same time, I can really get mad. There's no contract here, that they have to come on. But we will continue to encourage them to come on, and that's why we try to reach out to other, guests. That if they can come on to contribute. But yeah, but I will. Yeah, and if you also have access to them on Facebook too, you can reach out to them as well. Yeah, but I do reach out to folks. Even if you can, one of our viewers here, she always following the show. I even reached out to her and she just uh stated this. She just mentioned this here. She said, I should have come on. He did ask me. Yeah, and I did. Yeah. So, but thank you, D. Anything else? Any concluding statement for tonight?
Y'all go listen to Hank music. It's blooming on every social media.
Thank you. We will. We will. We'll continue to follow Hank, and we will continue. All right. I think Hank is still on your Hank. Do you have any closing statement tonight?
No, no, it was a good topic, and yeah, I enjoyed the topic.
Thank you, brother, and thank you for contributing too. We appreciate that here. All right. So, to Vince, any concluding statement tonight?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to everybody for coming on, and I enjoy the engagement. You know, and I hope that we can continue this all the time. Like he said, we need to get more females. Even if we don't have our panelists on, I will try personally to look on my list to see how best I can invite other females, encourage them to come on the show. Uh, because the reason we are here because of them. It's good we hear their side of the story too. But again, if we can get them on, most especially our female nowadays, most of them are shy. So if we can get it on, we the guys will always be willing to come on. But I want to say thank you once again. Even though I came late, I tried to get on time, but sleep carried me. But yeah, I will always try my best and to always be here on time. And one thing we shouldn't forget, rape is not something we should take lightly. Yeah, it's a serious, serious, serious stuff. Nothing like let go settle it with family. Please. Please, if you're listening, whether that your daughter or your sister, whatever it is, take it to the law. Don't let the perpetrator go unpunished. Once again, I want to say thank you. Thank you to the listener and thank you to everybody. God bless. I'm going to bed.
Thank you, Vince. Thank you, Vince. I appreciate that. Yeah, and like you said, you're gonna reach out. We all gonna reach out. And I just want to let you guys know this ladies' night here was pretty much introduced here by Vince. Me and Miss I Love You was doing social hot topics on Monday, but we decided to merge both since it was ladies' night. We talk about relationship topic, and one of our panelists really wanted to come on tonight, which is Monica, but she said that link don't work with her. So maybe because she's using her phone, sometimes that link don't work if you're using your phone. If you're using your computer, you can easily come on. And she said
Yeah,
that past 3 weeks she's been trying to come on.
that
You
if she copy and paste it in Safari, it works. That's what I've been doing.
Yeah,
When you click on it, it don't work. You
yeah.
have to copy and paste it in Safari, then it works.
Safari or the Google browser.
Yeah.
Yes, so we will continue, and we just want to use the live streaming app because it is most secure. That way when someone calling my phone, I can get too much interruption, and we just try to be professional on the network and to use more professional app. Just
Fair.
yeah.
Fufuki, don't go nowhere. You gotta listen to my closing statement.
Listen, I'm worried
Go
about
ahead,
going.
Mr. I love you. Maybe next week, Seattle will come on here on the ladies' night. We found a topic of interest.
Absolutely beautiful topic. Rape is something important that we do discuss. The only thing, one thing I want to say here is, being an entertainer within the Liberian entertainment industry and hosting a lot of weddings and other things. Sometimes I see some of our Liberian brothers and I wonder how they manage with some of our sisters. Because I was at an occasion and I was interacting with a brother and his woman, and the way the woman was behaving at the people shower, baby shower were at. I look at it, the only thing I was thinking in my head, like, how are you managing with somebody like this? I mean, just in public alone, I can't continue with that person. But I mean, it was just an experience that I had at a shower. Now, to say the whole rape thing is something serious, important. A lot of women commit rape all the time, and they choose not to. A lot of men choose not to report it. Giving your man, I'm going to be clean and direct. Giving your man blow job whilst he's asleep without he saying go ahead is considered a rape. You are not being sexy. You are not being romantic. Your man is sound asleep. You leave him alone.
Period.
When you're walking around in the house, you have all that chance to give him PJ. You don't wait when he's sleeping and then you start giving him PJ and say you're being romantic. If you think you can do that in the scene token, he got the scene right to also trigger you when you are asleep to and plug you while you stay sleeping. What goes around comes around.
I let her
You understand? So, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. I love you is the name. Thank you so much for having me. Yes, we just want to remind our viewers we are sorry about tonight. Our platform maintain the three purpose. We're here to inform, interact, and what's the last one, Jodie?
Entertain.
Entertain. You got it right. I
Thank
want
you.
to make sure you pay attention.
No,
So
I
that's
understand.
it right there.
Thank you, Mr. I love you. Thank you, Vince. Thank you, guys. The topic was very, very interesting. Sensitive. I wish we had a lot of participants, especially the females. And but we are very consistent in what we do. Tomorrow, catch us live here at. We'll be on the show at 9 p.m. with our analyst. Tomorrow is national politics at 9 p.m. on current situation media. It's called Liberian in the diaspora political spotlight. Yeah, so Liberian diaspora, Liberian diaspora, or diaspora Liberian political spotlight. Yeah, this is our second season tomorrow. So, if you love national politics, please join us. But those are always contribute here during the ladies' night. Our radio, from the beginning was high, but it dropped. But it's okay. It will pick up again. It will pick up. Consistency make things work.
Yeah.
So it will pick up. Thank you for all the ideas.
Shout out to Seattle
Yeah, I
T
think one of
Townsend.
the reasons is when you go in directly on your phone on Facebook, it
Yeah.
send notification unknown to you.
Yes.
But when using the app, you have
Yeah.
to invite other people on
Thank
board.
you. Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
believe that's the reason.
Yeah, it is the reason. When I go live on my app, most of my friends didn't get an instant notification. But if you're using the app, it's kind of hard. People have to get used to, oh, this person is going on that time. Then before they follow the app. But the app does not send notification. It don't. Yeah, all the app. Yeah, all the app. The difference between the app and going on the phone is the app is like technology. You can move things around. You can add text and do all this stuff. But maybe when Facebook enhance the app, people will see with that as well. But yes, but thank you, Vince. Thank you a lot, and thank you, Sierra, for your participation. Moses, Mr. Bully, thank you. I'll see you tomorrow on Diaspora Liberian Political Spotlight. We'll be discussing, those key candidates for 2023 in October here. What is the chances of them being re-elected or elected as the 26th president of Liberia? So it's going to be very interesting, and we know that a lot of people will tune in.
And don't forget, tomorrow too, you guys gonna discuss Nigeria will be having election this week.
Oh, okay.
Nigeria election is this week.
So we will hit on that. We will hit on that.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and also big thanks to my man Hank here who gave us he came on tonight. So
Yeah, we are on me.
yeah. And big thanks to Devin, express a thought that while the other girls are not here, I can, we can really control those other two girls, CC and DJ Fana. They are the talk show hosts. They run our show. Even coming here on the show, I really appreciate that time. But yeah, but we will be very flexible. Next week we might get some new players on. We'll update the flyer as needed. And a shout out to you guys. Good night, guys. Thank you.